The story begins in a peaceful, beautiful sect. Two women are walking under one umbrella, though it's not raining. The two beautiful ladies ask a guy walking in front of them the way to get to the Blue Heart Hall. And damn, they are good. The system notifies with 3 options. 1, to flirt with them. The reward is a spiritual pill at black face. Option 2 is to show them the wrong direction. The reward is pill refinement ability +2. And option 3 is to tell them the right address. The reward is affinity +1. It was so obvious. He chooses the option 3 and tells them the right way to get to the Blue Heart Hall. They give him a little laugh and thank him. He gets his reward affinity +1 and gets back to his patrolling. His name is Bei Ran, a disciple of the heart-following sect, a time traveler, and he also has his own system. The system is good, but it took him a little time to how to use his system. 5 years ago, he was wiping the floor thinking, why didn't his system show up? It's already been 3 days. A woman and a man come and scold him for being a lazy ass and freeloader. He is taking so long just to clean a floor. He throws the wiping cloth and shouts that he is the main lead and he won't stay there any longer. He leaves from there, and 2 of them get scared after seeing him reacting like that. A few moments later, he is hungry. He doesn't have a home to live in or money to buy some food. But a gentle-looking old man comes and gives him some food. There are so many kids, but he only gave the food to him. He asks why did he do that. Bei Ran doesn't know why. It's because he has a special body, and he can make him a prodigy in martial arts. Bei Ran can definitely be the top among the young generation in their fire-diverting sect. The system pop-ups in front of his eyes, showing him some options. Option 1 is to say, please accept me as your disciple. Reward is spiritual fire cultivation method, high level of yellow phase. Option 2, to ask what fire-diverting sect is. Reward is ferocious fire blade, middle level of yellow phase. And the third option is to refuse his offer, random basic attribute +1. He is excited to see the system popping out and the old man telling him he is a prodigy at the same time. It's so 100% obvious that he is going to choose the first option and asks the old man to accept him as his disciple. The old man can accept him, but he has to pass the test first. He is ready to do it. The new chapter of his life has just begun. The system notifies he has completed the task, but he will get the reward after finishing the task of becoming his disciple. Bei Ran is confused. The task is but he didn't get any reward. The old man brings to a place called Sharp Peak, the place he is going to do his test, and Bei Ran is ready for that test. A guy comes and takes Bei Ran with him. Next day, he is working in a mine. He falls on his knees. Mining is too hard. The man shouts at him if he can't even do that. He will never pass the test. But he is too tired and tell the man that he is useless. He will apologize to the master. He can't really do it anymore. But the man kicks him and tells him a piece of thrash like him will never be able to enter any sect. Bei Ran is shocked at what he just said. The man makes himself clear and tells him that he is just a loser and start to dig now. Otherwise, he will kill him. The system pop-ups again, giving him the best reward in option 1 and 2. He chooses the option 2, but gets a kick again. Now he is scared. If this goes like that, he will be beaten to death. He chooses the option 3. He gets ready to dig again. The task gets complete and he gets a reward physique +1. He is surprised. He finished the task just like that and even got a reward on the spot. His strength is recovered. Now he finally understands how the system works. Next, the man warns him if he slack off again, he's doomed. He promises he will work hard. He understands how the system works. The better reward means difficult task and the simplest task is the safest one. At night, he is thinking, the system tricked him there to mine. Now he knows how to use it. He can avoid dangers perfectly. He gets ready to slip from there. The system notifies. Option 1, run away when the supervisors are having dinner. Option 2, dig a tunnel. Option 3, discuss a plan with other who wants to run. All 3 option has the best rewards. And the last option 4, go to sleep early. Keep mining tomorrow. Reward is random basic attribute +1. One guy asks if he wants to escape with them together. There comes option 3, but its reward is low level 1, so he gets ready to give it a try thinking it's not that dangerous. Next, they are planning to dig a tunnel and run while the supervisors are drunk. He is surprised all 3 options are happening at the same time. He can't run away with them together. He chooses the 4th option and leaves from there. Half a month later, the supervisor is showing them the consequences of escaping. He has beaten that guy almost to death. Bei Ran is taking that in a positive way. The system is not helping him to grow stronger, but it's there to warn him. As long as he chooses the attribute awards, he can stay away from disaster. Next, a big blast happens in that area. The system notifies with options again. Option 1, to stay and don't move. Award is rolling pop, high level of yellow phase. Option 2 is to help put out the fire. And option 3 is to run away during the mess. Award random basic attribute. He trusted the system and chooses option 3. But WTF, did that system just F him over? The man pushes him down and swing his weapon. He is confused. Did the system set him up? He is doomed. He hears a big noise. The man is down. Someone is asking him if he is alright. It's a young boy. The system gives him another options. Option 1 and 2 being with the best rewards. And option 3, yell, help me. Award random basic attribute +1. He grabs the guy's leg and asks him to help him. The guy is surprised. Baron didn't get scared after seeing him killing that man. Since Baron doesn't have a home, the guy gets ready to take Bayran to his sect. After few days, Baron have passed the competency test. And as long as he learns the heart-following formula and one-sword swordsmanship, he'll be qualified to be their disciple. He is ready to try his best to be their disciple as early as possible. Next, he takes a look at the technique. With just a look, he understands the technique and even used it in his first try. He is happy. He mastered it just like that. He's a genius. He gets ready to tell the guy who saved him. The system notifies with another options again. Option 1 to tell Liu Qinggang that he mastered the formula. Option 2, keep practicing without telling him. And option 3, don't do anything. Award, random basic attribute +1. He didn't expected that telling that guy was so dangerous. Everything is clear now. He chooses the option 3. Next, it's already been 5 years. Baron has been cultivating wholeheartedly in the heart-following sect, and he will become the strongest one with the help of his system. But that grand goal is still far away right now, and every time he tries to do something impressive, the options pop out from the system, giving him the least award. Next, he notices some commotion. A senior is bullying his junior. The senior gets ready to hit his junior. They run toward them. Here comes the hero. The big guy tells Baron to mind his own business. They didn't see that coming. He just run from the side of them. Poor junior brother was expecting that Baron was going to help him. Maybe he was about to help him, but the system pop out with its options. He got no choice but to choose the safest one, the option 3. He gets awarded with strength +1. Well, the junior brother got saved by an elder, who came at the right time in the right moment. Baron also saw that elder coming, that's why he didn't interfere. Next, he comes in an inn and orders a jade set meal. The name sounds like it's the highest price meal they have in the inn. But in fact, the waiter who is serving Baron, he's been serving him that same meal for ages, and it's just the cabbage, tofu and rice. Baron is happy that he made 7 choices today. The awards he received are strength +2, refinement +1, music +1, affinity +1 and drawing +2. But he thinks if he could distribute these abilities it would be so much better. He really doesn't know what to do with the drawing ability. Qinggang comes there. Qinggang is there to thank him for giving him the pomander. It was very useful to him. And he is surprised that Baron have gained great achievement in pill refinement. Qinggang asks if he practice in secret or something. Yes, he practice in secret. Baron tells him since he is not that smart, so he has to work hard in secret. Qinggang is amazed. Now Baron is not talented. Yet, he still managed to join the Blue Heart Hall, which specialize in the spirit. And he is doing so well in pill refinement too. Even if he didn't sleep and keep practicing, he couldn't have become this powerful. Bayran is shocked. Where is Qinggang going with his question? Qinggang leans towards him and tells him that he actually knows his secret. Inside, Baron is freaking out. How did he know it? But outside he is putting that poker face, asking what are you talking about? Qinggang tells him that he knows Bayran got some chance when he was working in the mine. Bay is relieved that King GQNG doesn't know about the system, and with an excited face, he is like, I know I can't hide it from you. Qinggang gets ready to introduce him to the grass hall. There he can make many great achievement in pill refinement, and Bay may get promoted faster than him. But Bay doesn't want to do that. Qinggang notices that Bay is not into fame or stuff. He gets ready to drop that topic. Well, even if he wants, his system doesn't allow him to show his ability. Next, a lady approaches him. She greets Zhang Baron. She is Liu Zijin from the Water Mirror Hall. Bay is amazed by her beauty, since she is so beautiful that makes her very dangerous. He tells her his surname is Wang and that she got the wrong person, and silently leaves from there. Our man ain't supposed to go. But that cool acting didn't go well. A guy comes shouting that Zhang Baron, Chang Liting sent him there to invite Zhang Baron for a game. She is shocked. He is indeed Zhang Bayran, and asks the guy if that's really Zhang Baron himself. With a nice smile, Bay tells her he was just kidding right now, and asks the girl how can he help her. She wants him to be her guard. She is going down the mountain for a test in 3 days. The system pops out with its option. Option 1 and 2 are out of the question, even though they have the best awards. He has to go with the option 3, and tells her that he is quite busy these days. And as she saw just right now, the guy called him to play a game. He is very busy. He gotta go and play that game. She is shocked. The princess has never been before. But why is he so different? Bay runs from there. She chases him, shouting she is not done talking. The task is completed. He received medical skill +1. Her friend comes in front of Bay. Liu Zijin asks her friend Kyle to stop Bayran. Kyle gets mad. What did that scumbag did to her friend? She takes her sword. Now he understands why the option 1 and 2 have such a great awards. She starts to swing her sword. He tells her that it's just a misunderstanding. Liu Zijin tells her to stop swinging her sword. He didn't do anything to her. She apologizes for bothering him, but the test is very important to her. She really needs his help. People are shocked. Bei Ran is so famous that girls are fighting and begging him. But he still tells her that he is very busy. He doesn't have time. Kyle tells him that's such a lame excuse and asks if he is afraid or something. The system pops out again with its options. Option 1, say, no way. I've never been afraid of anything. Award is world in sleeves, low level of earth phase. Option 2, say, I know you said those words to provoke me, but it doesn't work on me. Award is sun moon sword, middle level of black phase. Option 3, say, yeah, award is random basic attribute +1. Now what is he going to do? Yes, he chooses the option 3. Kayako gets mad and tells Liu Zijin, even if Bei Ran refuses to be their guard, there are many other people who would like to. Zijin tells her not to get mad. It's them who are bothering him and he has his reason to refuse them. Someone comes flying there and does a superhero landing and his name is Kong. Even though he is from the Water Mirror Hall, he is very popular in Blue Heart Hall. Kong is there to ask Zijin if he could become her guard. But Zijin's sole focus is on Baron, who seems to have run away from there. She tells Kong that she has something to deal with and leaves from there. But he wants to go with her since they are going in the same direction. Bei is sure now that the lady is a very dangerous. Even the award this time was at the middle level of Earth phase. Next, Zijin is playing some music. Her master notices that her disciple is sad and asks her who bullied her dearest disciple. Zijin tells her no one, she just met someone that she cares about a lot. Master asks who is it. Zijin avoids her question and leaves from there. But Master gets ready to check what happened with her disciple. Next morning, she comes to see Bei. Bei is surprised. The young lady left and now the older woman comes. It's been so lively for him since yesterday. He gets ready to slide from there like he didn't see anyone there. But she stops him. He greets her and tells her that he has to go to his house. She is surprised. He didn't even blush when lying. Well, he's a pro at that. She asks if he knows her. The system pops out with options again. Option 1, I don't know. Option 2, I guess your guard you from the Water Mirror Hall. Both of the option has a great awards. And option 3 is to compliment her. You look charming and you're the most unique in the whole heart following sect. I'm sure your guard you from the Water Mirror Hall. I've heard a lot about you. He was planning to say he doesn't know much about the other halls like most disciples will do. But surprisingly, that was the most dangerous choice. He tells her the exact same words from the option 3. She is surprised. She was thinking he would claim that he doesn't know much about other halls like most disciples would do. But she was wrong. And she asks how did he know about her. He was fortunate enough to have heard her play the musical instrument. It was so domineering, solemn and heart-shaking. He admires her a lot. She is surprised to heard such a beautiful words about her. And she has also heard about him. He is in the Blue Heart Hall for 5 years now. He tells her that he is not talented in cultivation and failed his masters. She asks him to give his hand. She is going to check his strength. After checking, she is shocked. He really has only reached the 5th level of meditation stage. As long as one passes the talent test, they can reach the 10th level of meditation stage after 1 year. But he's been there for 5 years and he is only at 5th level. She also thinks he is a loser. And Bei is thinking, even though he is super strong, they can't check it. The awards from the system doesn't fit with this world. With a sad face, he tells her he is already satisfied to join the heart-following sect. Now she is feeling sorry for him, even though he passed the talent test, but he turned out to be a loser. In the world where strong dominates, he must be suffering. People must have looked down on him so many times. But he is still standing tall. He is such a tough boy. She wipes her tears and asks him how would he make sure his juniors can pass the test when he is guarding them. He tells her he would usually observe and think carefully before making decisions, so as to avoid incidents. She gets ready to make him the guardian of her favorite disciple and help her finish her first test. He accepts her, then gets shocked, like, what did she just said? He is shocked because he chose the easiest option yesterday to avoid being Zijin's guardian and the award for that was middle level of Earth phase. But then how? It doesn't make sense. Guard Yu asks if he doesn't want to do it. The system pops out again with its option and just like every time, option 1 and 2 is a warning. And option 3 is the safest one. He is confused, what's going on there? Option 1 and 2 is out of the question. They are risky. Last one is the best choice, but yesterday. Then, he realizes something. The Earth Phase Award doesn't mean her test is difficult, but if he accepted her request yesterday, Mr. Kong would make a trouble for him. He is the real culprit. He chooses option 3. The task gets completed and received an award music +1. She tells him to meet her at Judge Hall in 2 days. After 2 days, he comes to the Judge Hall. He greets guard Yu. She asks if he has ever met her disciples. Yes, he has, Zijin Kyle. Zijin is surprised her master forced him to be their guard, and thinks if he dislikes her. They both greets him. Guard Yu calls more of her disciples to come and greets Zhang Baron. 3 more cute girls comes. He is shocked to see so many women. He is really going to be killed this time. Next, Master tells them to listen to Zhang Baron during the trip. They all greets and introduces themselves. Bei is shocked they are triplet, that means danger +3. Master leave them in the responsible hands of their senior. 3 of them starts to ask him different types of questions. With a cold expression, he tells them without his permission, they are not allowed to talk or move. Kyle asks what if they refuse. He gives her that predator looks and tells her to try it. She gets scared after seeing the domineering vibe he is giving out. Bei tells them to go back and wear linen clothes, and gather there in an hour. If they are late, 2 points will be deducted. Kyle gets mad at him again for interfering in the way they dress. Does it even have something to do with their test? Bei tells them to call report when they wants to speak and only speak when he agrees, or 1 points will be deducted. And they are changing clothes because they needs to fit in with the people and stay low-key. Zijin asks if they really have to wear linen clothes. Bei shouts at her and tells her to call report before speaking. Her 1 point is gone now. She is surprised and excited. It's her first time being scolded. Even her father never scolded her like that. She is feeling so special. I'm just hoping that she will not turn into a big M. She reports that she doesn't have such clothes and she doesn't want to borrow them from others. Bei tells her their principle is to fit in with other people, and the people down the mountain can only afford linen clothes. If they wear something fancy, it'll be attention-getting. 3 sisters also reports and asks if any kind of linen clothes are acceptable. Do they need to wear straw sandals or straw hats? He tells them to wear some plain clothes, and for shoes and hats, he has arranged something for that. He told them to change clothes so they will be less attractive. But bro is so wrong. They are just beautiful in anything. Bei Ran tells them to put on those items he prepared for them. Those are sunstroke preventing items. Zijin puts on the stray hat and some kind of energy covers her body. He had put the hidden array on those items. The triplet shouts report. He asks one of them to speak first. She asks what is this small cloth. Bei tells her that's a dried cloth. It can prevent heat stroke. She asks how to use it. Bei is shocked. These girls indeed live in a different world from ordinary people and tells them to just put it on and they'll know it. When she puts it on, she finds that it's cool and smells good. Zijin is also surprised. The smell is really good. She reports and asks what's the smell from the cloth. It's the nectar he refined from various flower. The smell can help them stay refreshed. 3 of them asks different types of questions at the same time, all related to taste. He gives them a signal, ahem. Bei realizes they forget to say report before speaking. He didn't deduct their points, instead tells them that the nectar can tone their body and beautify their face. He'll give a bottle to whoever does best on this task. Next, they are going to the management hall to get the task. Someone calls him. Bei introduces that guy. His name is Kin Mayuan and he is responsible for issuing the task and checking if the score is fair. The ladies greets him. He didn't notice them. Until they greeted him, they were just behind Baron. Bei asks him to issue a task for them. He gives them a task of child abduction cases that are found in Jifu Village, Longshan Town recently, and asks Bei Ran to check it out. Next, they arrived at the town and one of the sisters reports and tells him that she wants to eat the pea buns. He asks how many does she wants. Bei asking that question, she thinks he is quite reasonable. She tells him 2 would be fine. Other sisters also wants to try that pea buns. He buys a lot for them all, but didn't give them to eat. They will eat after they arrived at the inn. Now, she thinks he is not quite reasonable. They get ready to find an inn for them. Hu Yao notices something isn't right. People there are not paying any special attention to them, and thinks it must be Bei Ran's trick. They hear some big noise. Some people are bullying a stall owner for not paying them money. But the man is just doing some small business, so he doesn't have money to pay the government and the bullies. The gang leader gets ready to beat that guy to death for talking back to him like that. Yao gets ready to stop them, but Bei Ran stops her. The system pop-ups with its options. Like always, options 1 and 2 are out of the question even though they have the best awards. He has to go with option 3 with the least award. She gives him a dead look, saying they are the disciples of the heart-following sect. It's their duty to help the weak. Bei tells her their master asked him to take care of them, and she wants him to teach them how to help the weak on that dragon continent. But Yao thinks he is just a coward. Liu Zijin tells her to listen to Bei Ran since they are new there and don't have any experience. They continue their search to find a good inn. The 3 sisters think Bei Ran is so different from the other male disciples, he never shows off, and they wonder if he is really a coward, or he is hiding himself. They think he is like a mystery to them and they are really curious about him. Next, the task gets completed and the award is forging +1. Next, they come to an inn. The waiter gets ready to show him all the types of rooms they have, from the best to the ordinary kind. The system pops up with its options. Option 1, choose the best room. Award is 18 cross attacks, high level of the black phase. Option 2 is to choose the second best room. The award is a green sword, high level of the yellow phase. And option 3, choose the third best room. Award, random basic attribute. There is no saying what he is going to choose. He chooses the third best room. Sisters are shocked to see that room. He looks at the waiter, and his lovely system pops up again, this time with 2 options. 1 to ask the waiter to leave. The award is sweeping thousands of enemies. Man, the name of the technique is awesome. And it's a high level of the yellow phase. And option 2 is to give the waiter 5 cents as a tip. The award is the same random attribute. He chooses option 2 and gives the waiter 5 cents as a tip. The tasks get completed and he receives spirit +1. His juniors report again. He tells them now they don't need to say report and can speak as they like. They complain that the room is not good. He asks them if the ladies have ever come out alone. Well, Liu Zijin's father never allowed her that. And the triplets, they usually took a carriage prepared by the steward with dozens of guards protecting them when they go outside like this. He is shocked. They have never experienced the true world. He asks if their family sends someone to protect them secretly this time. They didn't inform their family about their outing test. Now, he is freaking out. If anything happens to them, he is dead meat. Next, they eat the pea bun they bought. Liu Zijin offers some to Kyle. But she is not eating the buns bought by that coward. Bei Ran tells her just by beating those goons, she will not help the weak. But she has her own beliefs, that she should help the weak when she sees someone bullied. He asks her if she knows who do they work for, and how would they leave after they defeat them in their place. She gets mad and she is ready to face the consequences. If they come to fight her, she will give them a fight. Bei Ran then asks her what will she do if they bring their master or an expert cultivator. She tells him she will give it her all to fight back. Bei Ran then asks her all types of questions. Those questions overwhelms her. Bei Ran is thinking his teaching is working. Kyle just needs some time to accept his theory. Next, Bei Ran is walking in the street waiting for his system to pop out some options. He notices a bully buy some meat but not paying the money. The stall owner reminds the bully that he hasn't paid the last month payment. The bully's name is Wu Kui and he is famous there. He gets mad at the meat seller for not trusting him the famous Wu Kui. The system bro pops out with options. And we all know Bei is not going to choose the first 2 options. He will always go with option 3. The meat seller is sad if Wu Kui does this every day his business will go down the river. But Bei Ran gets ready to buy 2 kilos of his pork. Bei Ran buys a share of neck meat and a share of ear meat. Bei gives him the money. The seller tells him to wait, he haven't count the money. When he counts the money, it's a lot more than the cost of the meat. The seller is surprised. He always remembers the faces of his customer. But why couldn't he remember the face of the man who helped him? He thinks that man must be an immortal. Next, 4 hours later, Bei Ran has triggered a dozens of options today. It was a good harvest for him. When he comes in the inn, the system gives him some options. Option 1 is to go back and sleep. Award passage of time, middle level of Earth phase. Option 2 is to go and tell the girls not to run around. Award snake catching crane fist, middle level of black phase. Option 3 observe secretly at the gate of the inn. Award random basic attribute +1. He is shocked. He was thinking to go to sleep, but that was the most dangerous option. Now, even sleeping is dangerous for him. He chooses the option 3. He notices someone sneaking out of the inn. And it's none other than Kyle, the most dangerous time bomb. The system notifies, and like always options 1 and 2 are out of the question. He has to go with option 3 to follow her secretly. He follows her quietly. She comes across a guy who is bullying a girl. Oh come on, Manny explained. That is not bullying, it's something else. Kyle takes her weapon. Wait, where is she taking it from? She gets ready to enforce justice on behalf of the heaven. He runs from there saying, wait for him there if she has balls. He will get his people to beat her. First of all, she doesn't have those balls, bro. Kyle is happy she helped someone, but then she gets shocked when that woman tells that man not to leave. He hasn't paid her yet. She yells at Kyle for chasing her customer like that. The woman leaves and Qiu Yao is shocked. What did she do wrong? She was just helping that woman. Bei Ran is enjoying it. She then yells at that woman who just cursed her even though she helped her. Then she notices something in the air. It's smelling good. The smell is from the Kangsan pork pastry. She notices an old lady who seems to have hurt her leg. Kyle gets ready to help the old lady. The old lady asks why is she helping a stranger? Is she trying to cheat her to get some money? But Kyle is just helping her because she is a night superhero. The old lady then tells her about her backstory, how her daughter-in-law bullies her. As a justice of the night, Kyle gets ready to teach that daughter-in-law of hers a lesson. The old lady tells her that her daughter-in-law is really mean and fierce, but Kyle is not afraid because she has a very powerful sword with her. The old lady takes her to her house. Bei Ran is shocked. How could that stupid girl fall for such an obvious trap? Next, the daughter-in-law shouts at them for disturbing her that late at night. Kyle yells at her she is there to seek justice for the old lady tonight. The old lady gives a signal to her daughter-in-law. The daughter-in-law starts to put an act and tells Kyle to just chop her head, since she is already there to seek justice and also has a beautiful sword. Their neighbor gets disturbed by their loud noise. A man comes out of the room and apologizes to his neighbor and asks the ladies to talk inside. People may laugh at them otherwise. The old lady also tells her to go inside and have a nice chat. The man then looks to his left and right to make sure no one is watching them. But someone is watching them, and that someone has found that there is a powerful cultivator nearby. Next, Kaleo notices something is wrong. Her legs are weak suddenly. Then she remembers her senior's teaching. If they suddenly feel their legs weak, run away at once with the remaining strength. They're probably drugged, so run or they'll die. She gets ready to run away, but it was too late. Kaleo then uses her all remaining strength to break the door and comes outside. But more people are waiting for her outside. She takes her sword out and gets ready to cut them down. The bad guys are shocked. Even though she is drugged, how can she still have that much energy? Their boss steps forward to take her down. Kyle gets ready to take down the leader and run away from there. But the boss dodges that attack and hits her on her stomach. She falls on the ground thinking, why is this happening to her? She was just trying to help others. The system pops out with its options. Now what is he going to choose? Option 1, go and kill those bad guys. Award ears piercing, the middle level of the black face. Option 2, yell and attract the police on patrol. Award steel spear, the middle level of the yellow face. Option 3, take Kyle away without hurting others. Award random basic attribute +1. Bei Ran takes out something from his ring. They get ready to tie her up. She starts to cry asking for someone to help her. Then a big blast happens right in front of them. A black mist comes out from there and makes the other people lose their strength. The boss apologizes for offending the expert and begs the expert to forgive them. The mist then scatters. The bad guys start to recover their strength again. The lackeys ask their boss if he is all right, and they have lost the girl. The boss yells at them. They have offended someone they shouldn't have offended. Fortunately, the powerful guy didn't pick on them. He tells them not to go out for a couple of days. He will check who was that powerful guy. Next, Kaleo is shocked. Someone saved her, and that's the coward Jong Bei Ran. He stops her from talking, and he will treat her when they arrive at the safe place. She apologizes to him. She wouldn't have ended like that if she had listened to his words. Next, Kaleo wakes up in her room shouting, and Zijin is there right by her side. She tells her not to be afraid. She hugs Zijin and starts to cry. Bei Ran comes to check on her. He gets ready to check her. Now she is blushing, thinking she didn't notice, but Bei Ran is actually handsome. He gives her a pill. After taking it, she will recover in 4 hours. She thanks him and apologizes again for saying all those bad words about him and putting a deaf ear to his instruction. The system notifies. Option 1, it doesn't matter. It's all over. I didn't take it seriously. The award, marvelous dodging skill, low level of earth phase. Option 2, it's good that you realized you're wrong. Now you know I'm smart, right? Award, Leering Collection, high level of black phase. Option 3, you don't need to say sorry to me. Why do you think I appeared at that time? Because I've been following you all the way. I didn't stop you because I wanted you to learn the lesson. Award basic attribute +1. Our boy got no choice but to choose option 3 and tells the exact words of option 3. Then he leaves saying they will set off in 4 hours. Kyle then starts to cry. She only wanted to help, but they tried to hurt her instead. Zijin comforts her and tells her to take the pill. Kyle then starts to think how strong is Bei Ran. The bad guy she met today was at the black phase, and Bei Ran took her away so easily. Zijin also thinks Bei Ran seems to be able to do everything. He is very mysterious. The next day, Bei Ran and his juniors are leaving the inn, and one of the bad guys is entering the inn, and he is there to gather of info. He asks the waiter if there's anyone with outstanding temperaments checking in at their inn. The waiter informs him they only had 6 guests wearing hats and they just left this morning. The guy asks what they look like, but the waiter can't seem to remember their looks. The bad guy is shocked. Now he is thinking he found the expert. He tells the waiter to remember or he will kill him. The waiter remembers the man gave him a tip of 5 cents. He shows him the money, and the man notices that the money seems to be the currency from the Huanan area. Next, they seem to have lost their way even though they have a map. They look at Bei Ran, then remembers him saying they will lead the rest of the journey because reading the map is also a basic skill. Kyle suggests they should go and ask Bei Ran. But the 3 sisters are scared because he will scold them for sure. And they have asked him many times on their way. After all, Zijin gets ready to do it. But Kyle doesn't want her to get scolded because of them, but she likes being scolded by him. Zijin tells her they came out there to learn and being scolded isn't a big deal. She tells him they are having trouble reading the map. Bei Ran tells her the best way to learn how to read the map is to learn how to draw the map. When they know how the map was created, They'll know how to read it. He gives her a book that will help her. After reading the book, she began to understand something. Next, they arrived at the Fuji village. Zijin tells them it's all thanks to the book that Bei Ran gave her. They get ready to have a look and remember the name of the book, so they will buy one after they go back. But Zijin thinks, even though she is not sure, but she thinks the book is written by Bei Ran himself. She then asks Bei Ran what should they do next. Bei Ran asks for their opinion. Kyle suggests they should go around the village and ask how the children disappeared. Triplets also agree with her, but Bei Ran shakes his head and tells them that they will only alarm the enemy. They are all confused. Baron tells them the culprit is still hiding in the village because the missing case happens frequently, and if they ask around, they will expose themselves. The culprit will become more cautious. They also think what Baron said makes sense, but then how should they investigate? Baron tells them to just wait and do nothing until the next case happens, and he is also feeling the presence of a powerful person nearby. Next, at night, a guy comes out from a house carrying a child. Baron and his juniors get ready to follow that guy. But then after some time, they lost the guy. The kidnapper just disappeared. Baron notices that they have been trapped in an array and tells his juniors to be careful. Kyle tells them the kidnapper got in and got out of the array, so that means there's an exit. Baron praises her for her smart thinking and tells them to find the exit. She is surprised. Baron can also praise people. They start to search for an exit. Baron picks a stone and throws it at the array wall. It blasts next to one of the triplets. She shouts there's a trap, Baron, and something almost shot her. Baron tells her that blast won't kill her, but she was sure it was a powerful hidden weapon. She might die if it hit her. Baron then takes out something and starts to make some sounds from it. Kyle notices that voice. Baron tells her not to worry and asks her if she has even heard of the Bell of Ghosts. That's the voice she just heard. Kyle starts to pray to God to protect them from those ghosts. Baron is surprised, even though she behaves arrogantly. But actually, she is afraid of ghosts. The system pops out with its options. Option 1 is to go forward and hug Fang Qiao, soothing her not to be afraid. Option 2, tell her that there is no ghost in the world. Option 3, tease her that she is a coward. He chooses option 3 and calls her a coward that is scared of a ghost. She wipes her tears and puts up that queen's attitude again. Baron then takes out something, which we don't know what is it yet. The three sisters are confused, even though they are going in different directions, but they end up in the same spot. Then they start to feel dizzy and passes out there. Baron thinks even though the array is not perfectly set up, but it's still too strong for those weak ladies. He gets ready to break the array. Next, Baron uses his technique to break the array. He notices Liu Zijin, who has never learned to resist the array, but she is still hanging in there. He gives her a pill. She is surprised the pill smells good and it refreshes her at once. He gives her another pill to give to Kyle, and he gets ready to wake the triplets, but he is surprised to see the triplets even fell down with the same posture. He wakes them up and gives them the pills. One of the sisters raises her hand shouting report. Baron is surprised. Even in that condition, she didn't forget his words. He has disciplined them well. She asks if he broke the array. Bei Ran tells her he doesn't know about array that much, and maybe the array couldn't trap so many of them, so it disappeared automatically. But they are not buying that. Next, they found the hideout of the kidnappers. Baron informs the girls that the culprits inside are no match for them, so go ahead and smash them. The ladies charge inside the cave. A few minutes later, the ladies have smashed them all. Zijin brings him the leader of the gang. Baron tells her to tie the others too. The leader tells him to do whatever he wants with him, but Baron is in no rush. Then the leader realizes what he just said. He shouldn't have said whatever he wants. The leader asks if he is going to send him to the officials. The leader then asks how did Baron break the array. But Baron is not replying to him because he is using some kind of tactics. The criminals will probably not answer him if he asks them first, but they will start the conversation if he ignores them for a while. Baron then asks the leader if he is the one who set the array. It was powerful. The leader starts to brag if he had enough materials. Baron could never break his array. Bei Ran and then asks him where did he learn such a powerful array. But the guy is not going to tell him. He tells Baron to let him go, then only he will answer him. But Baron is not interested in arrays that can't even trap him. The leader then tells him that he didn't master the array well. It's called the soul distracting array. If one masters it well, they can even trap an expert. That's what the book says. Baron is getting interested in hearing the word book. The leader gets ready to give him the valuable book if Baron let him go. Zijin informs him that they have tied all of the culprits. The leader tells him that he can take Baron behind the mountain where the book is, and he is telling the truth. Baron is thinking this tactic of his always works well. Baron tells Zijin to go to the nearest Zebe County and bring the constables. He asks if she knows where the Zebe County is. She remembers that Zebe County is on the way there. He is surprised. She has a good memory. But why can't she remember his words? The word to say report. Well, that's because she wants you to scold her bro. He asks the ladies to watch over the culprits. He will be back soon. A few minutes later, he comes with the kids. The leader asks how did he know where the kids were. Well, Baron is not going to tell him that. The leader asks him if he is not curious about where they sold the other kids. Baron tells him that he should use the word sent, not sold. The man is shocked. Who on earth is this guy in front of him? How does he know everything? Baron then introduces himself with a fake name, Wang Leowu, and he is from Heart Following Sect. Next, the leader tells him that they are from the Shura Sect. Baron gets ready to get some more useful information from the leader. The system notifies Option 1 to go and investigate the Shura Sect. Option 2, tell the constables about the Shura Sect. Option 3, tell your sect about the Shura Sect. And award is a random special attribute +1. He is happy to see that special attribute. Kyle asks him what is Shura Sect. Baron tells her it's an evil sect. Then she gets worried that the evil sect is going to eat the kids. Baron asks her if she thinks that the evil sect eats the kids as their meal or what. Yes, she was thinking that. Otherwise, why would they catch them? Baron tells her that the Shura sect kidnapped the kids to raise the next generation. Ordinary families won't send their kids to them, so they have to steal. He tells her a lot of things are not as they seem to be, and they can't tell what's wrong and right simply. She thanks him for his words. She's enlightened. The system notifies Option 1 to praise Fang Qiao. Option 2, nod and show your praise and ask her to learn more from you in the future. Option 3, tease her. You're enlightened. What have you learned? You still have a long way to go. Like always, he chooses Option 3. She also thinks she is stupid and he is right. The system notifies again. Option 1, soothe Fang Qiao. I was just kidding. You're smart. Option 2, rub her head and ask her to learn it carefully in the future. Option 3, it's good that you know that. He chooses Option 3. She gets mad and listening to his words. The culprit's leader also gets ready to tell Baron his backstory. Baron tells him to save it and tell it to the bureaucrat, but the leader gets ready to say it. Next, the constables take the culprits away, and as a thanks for helping them, the constable's leader gets ready to offer them a meal. Zijin was about to accept the offer, but Kyle tells them that they have urgent matters to attend to right now. The constables think it's such a pity they couldn't get to see their faces, but they are sure the ladies are gorgeous. The leader scolds them because of them. The ladies got scared and run away, but the leader is also hoping to see Miss Liu in his dreams. Next, Zijin asks Kyle why was she in such a hurry. Zijin was going to ask the constables how they usually dealt with such cases, but Kyle tells her it was their senior who asked her to do that. Bayran gives them another lesson to not talk too much with the constables apart from the case. They're no better than those culprits. Zijin is shocked. How can that be? The constables help the weak and protect people. Bay tells them they will know it later and just keep his words in mind. Next, he brings them into the forest. They won't be staying in the inn tonight but in camp there. It's a kind of training for them. They are excited to make their own camp and sleep together. 2 hours later, they couldn't make that camp to sleep together. Zijin gets ready to ask Baron, but one of the sisters gets ready to ask Baron in place of Zijin. They can't hide behind her forever, but she is fine with it. Other 2 sisters also stop her. Poor Zijin, she was thinking to get scolded by Baron. Next, Baron made them the camp, and the ladies are discussing Baron can do everything, and he must be the one who broke that array. Kyle is sure that it was Baron who broke that array. The array was so powerful, it couldn't dissipate automatically. They also remember that Baron is from Blue Heart Hall. The hall teaches arrays, weaving, medicine, alchemy, perfuming, and cooking. They think Baron is so powerful, but why didn't they hear about him in the past? Zijin gets ready to ask him in person. She comes outside, and Baron is keeping a watch. She tells him she couldn't sleep, so she thought to accompany him. The system pops out giving him options again. Like always, he chooses Option 3. He tells her to take care of everything there. He got something to deal with. The task is completed. Award physique +1. She is sad, thinking he really dislikes her. But even though she is sad, she likes it when he treats her coldly. They hear a big noise. The system gives him 2 options this time. Option 1, leave directly. Option 2, follow the noise and go to help. The ladies come outside. He tells them to let's go and check what's going on. Ladies are shocked. He is actually offered to go and check up on it. This is so rare. 2 teams are fighting in the forest, in the middle of the night. Baron notices the most powerful among them is only at the 3rd level of the meditation stage. He asks the ladies to take care of them. Liu Zijin stops a man from hitting one girl. She introduced herself. She is Liu Zijin from the Heart Following Sect. The man then gets ready to attack Zijin. Kyle comes and attacks that man. The man tells them he will remember Liu Zijin from Heart Following Sect and declares that they will be enemies from now on. He then retreats with his team. The guy thanks them for helping them. He is Gu Qingyu from the Green Cloud Sect. Suddenly an attack comes straight at Zijin, but Baron stops it. He tells her not to let her guard down after defeating her opponents in the future, and take that weapon as a souvenir. She thanks him and she is shocked if Baron didn't block it for her. The weapon would have pierced through her chest. Qingyu then asks Baron's name. Baron tells him his name is Wang Leowo. King Yu, thank him for saving them. Baron then asks the injured lady if he can have the chance to witness the excellent mental cultivation method of the Green Cloud sect, which is excellent at healing.
She apologizes, she hasn't mastered it fully.
Then he hits his head. How can he forget the mental cultivation method is not from the Green Cloud sect but from the Sky sect? This was the moment she realizes that she f up. All of his junior sisters come behind him, because the other team just lied that they are from the Green Cloud sect. Next, Gu apologizes. He meant no harm and they are indeed not from the Green Cloud sect. Baron tells him there's no need to explain. He is just using this opportunity to teach his junior sisters not to think just they saved someone, they won't lie to you. Baron gets ready to leave, but Gu stops him, saying his real name is Lai Fucheng and he is the son of the Blood Fire sect's chief. Baron is shocked not only that Gu is from an evil sect, but he is also the son of the chief. The lady behind him tries to stop him, but he tells her it's okay, Mr. Wang saved them, and if they lie to him, it's not what a warrior of justice should do. Triplets asks what is this Blood Fire sect. He tells him it's an evil sect from the Huanan area. The three of them are surprised. They heard that the people from the evil sects have 3 eyes, sharp teeth, and their tongue is super long. Baron clears their confusion, saying that the evil sect is also human, not some monsters. Lai asks him to forgive them again. Baron asks what they are doing there. Lai tells him, even though he is the son of the sect chief, but he has a weak young body and couldn't learn their sect's mental cultivation method. His father got disappointed in him. His 2 elder brothers distanced themselves from him, and even his younger brothers teased him that he is just a loser. The lady behind him tells him that he is the best in her eyes. After hearing the backstory of Lai, Baron notices something. Even though Lai was born into a prominent family, but he is a loser, his father is disappointed in him and his brothers dislike him. But he has a girl who always follows him. He is a fine example of a main lead, and that's why his system wanted him to help Lai. Lai is the chosen one, and Lai is there in the forest to make some great achievements and impress those who look down upon him. Baron asks why he fought with the other party earlier. They fought with those parties because a few days ago they saw them bullying an old farmer, so Lai thought to teach them a lesson. Baron is shocked. Even though Lai is from an evil sect, but he is righteous and helps the weak, he is indeed the male lead. Baron tells him maybe his father is not as aloof as he thinks. Lai managed to arrive at the Zhongbei area from the Huanan area safely. His father must have sent someone to protect him secretly. Lai then gets shocked and tells Baron that it must be his uncle, who's following them secretly. Baron is confused. Why is his uncle? Lai then tells him that his uncle was the only one who treats him nicely. He taught him martial arts every single day and even gave him a lot of medicine. When people laughed at him, his uncle helped him to teach them a lesson. Baron is shocked. Who is this uncle of his is, and why does he treat him so nicely? Lai tells him that his uncle is his father's younger brother and he also takes good care of his mother. And his father also distanced himself from her because Lai couldn't cultivate. This was the moment when Baron realizes that Lai's father seemed to be cheated by his mother. The system notifies him with its options. Option 1 reminds Lai Fucheng to think carefully about why his uncle treats him nicely. The award, Maha Finger, the middle level of the Earth phase. Option 2, keep listening. The award, Golden Bell, high level of the Black phase. Option 3, chime in that his uncle is a good man. Award, random basic attribute. Like always, Baron chooses option 3 and compliments Lai's uncle. After hearing those words from Baron, Lai starts to miss his uncle. Baron is shocked. Why his task is not completed yet? It used to complete just after he accepted option 3. He thinks if the system is implying that he can't let Lai suspect his uncle. Looking at the sky, Baron tells him just like Lai's body, his body also doesn't allow him to cultivate, and one of his uncles takes care of him too. If it weren't for his uncle, he might have already died. Baron tells him not to think too much. Uncle always takes care of their nephews. The task gets completed and his award is Voodoo Poison +1. 4 sisters start to cry. They didn't know that Baron was living such a hard life all these years. He didn't see that coming. His other problem has rises. Lai gets happy. No wonder he appreciated Baron the moment he saw him. Turns out they are in the same situation and asks Baron if they can be friends. The system notifies him. Option 1 say yes, and option 2 change the topic of the conversation. Option 3 refuse him. Baron chooses option 3 and reminds Lai not to tell someone he just met everything. And Lai doesn't even know what Wang's real name is. Lai thanks him for enlightening him. Baron gets ready to help him get stronger since fate let them meet this time. Baron gives him a book that will help him enlighten. Baron is giving him the book because Lai is the main lead and the system wants him to help Lai. Baron then leaves from there. Lai thinks Mr. Wang is really a cool man, but the lady behind him tells him that is not his real name. The triplets shout report, and Baron tells them to speak one by one. They ask why did he come to save those guys from the evil sect? How did he know that they weren't from the Green Cloud sect? And what did he give that guy? Baron is not telling them anything. They get ready to massage his back, shoulders, and legs if he gives them the answers. Baron tells them to stop making a fuss or he will deduct their scores. Baron sets some ground rules before they go back. First, they can tell what they have learned, but they can't tell others what he did. Second, don't recommend him to others as a guardian. And third, they will mind their own business and won't disturb each other after they go back. He looks at Zijin. She gets startled. She is happy he stared at her again, and it was scary, but it was exciting. And Baron is thinking. It seems that he can suppress them when he looks at them with his eyes filled with spiritual pressure. The other four are not happy with that rule. Baron tells them he can't force them to obey, but he hopes they can respect each other and finish the task smoothly. And he hopes they can end up being acquaintances instead of strangers. Zijin is amazed. He is so aloof, but she likes it. Kyle is shocked. He just thinks of them as acquaintances. The triplets are shocked. They are not even friends. Well, that's our Giga Chad. He doesn't give a F about them. They gets ready to return back. Next, he asks the ladies to return the straw hats, sandals, and dried clothes to him. And as he promised, he gets ready to give a reward to those who performed excellently. But they all performed better than he expected, especially Zijin. She was a good team leader all the way and solved problems actively. He rewards her, but she is feeling something weird. Even though Baron is praising her, but she doesn't feel happy. He gets ready to go to the judgment hall and tells them to go back. Their master will get the assessment result, and he hopes that they will keep his rules. They are sad. He just left like that. Now they understood why Baron is not renowned after hearing his rules. Kyle is sad that he will not contact them anymore. She didn't get the chance to say goodbye to them. But Zijin gets an amazing idea. Even though Baron only told them that they shouldn't contact him for nothing, she gets ready to do something that will make them contact him. Next, Baron reports to Mayuan, the guy who gave them the task. Baron also informs him about the Shura sect, who are behind the case of a missing child. His task gets completed. Award, hold +1. He is happy to finally get a special attribute. Mayuan gets ready to report to the sect about the Shura sect. Next, Baron gets ready to see the power of his special attribute. The hold helps him to adjust himself in the air better. Baron comes back to the back of the mountain that the culprit told him the secret book is. A tiger comes behind. He shoos the tiger, but the tiger jumps at him. He then uses the power of Emperor Haki. The big cat submits to him. Baron is surprised. Usually, the tiger will approach its prey from behind secretly and attack the prey by surprise. But this one is a bit stupid. He orders the tiger to sit down. He has something to ask. Next, the cat brings him to a big tree. The system pops out with its options. Option 1, dig directly, and Option 2, prepare everything before digging. He prepares everything, and a black centipede comes out from the ground. He puts it inside one of his items. He digs out the box. The task gets completed. The award is chess +1. He opens the box, and there is that book and some spiritual stones. He gets ready to leave, but before that, he asks the cat if he should kill it or not. The poor cat begs him to show mercy. Baron leaves from there and the cat is safe. Safe the tiger. He spent the whole night deducing the arrays in the core of the water manual. Next, he comes to the Blue Heart Pavilion to pay respect to his Master Cheng. Master Cheng pulls him inside the room and gets ready to play a game with him. Baron chooses the black and makes the first move. Master Cheng stops him. He is going to use the black. Baron is shocked. He chose the black to show his respect to his master, but why did his master choose the black? The game then begins. Baron notices that the chessboard and the pieces are really something. Master Cheng tells him that his chessboard is a treasure. Baron is surprised, even though the chessboard is not a yellow phase treasure, but it has an amazing effect. He remembers when he first took the yellow phase option and suffered extreme difficulty after that. The system made a fool out of him. Since Baron is still a nominal disciple and hasn't taken any mentor, Master Cheng gets ready to be his mentor. But Baron is fine because he is not talented in cultivation, and he is satisfied that he can play chess with Master Cheng like this. Actually, the system didn't allow him to join any other halls than the Blue Heart Hall. When he tried to join the fighting club of the Blue Heart Hall, the best option for him was to be defeated terribly. But when he chose the chess, the system didn't even give him any options. Eventually, he entered the Blue Heart Hall with his chess skill, but he couldn't cultivate, so none of the masters take him as their disciple. Martial arts and cultivation are the most important. Chess skills are just added bonuses. But in this way, he won't be targeted by others and can live safely in the Blue Heart Hall. Anyway, it's another way for him to cultivate. As long as he keeps finding chances to trigger the options and get more basic attributes, he will eventually make great achievements. Master Cheng wins the game. He asks Baron if he knows why he lost. Baron asks him to enlighten him. They get ready to play another round. After a few hours, Baron finally understands Master Cheng's tactic of playing chess. The tactic is so flexible. Baron asks Master Cheng to allow him to study it carefully for 1 month. Master permits him. He thanks Master Cheng, and with this, he will have enough time to study his newly obtained treasure. They get ready to play another round, but someone knocks at the door asking if Baron is in there or not. Baron was expecting someone will come, but he is surprised that the chief came in person. The chief asks him to come out with him. Master Cheng asks him if he made any mistake. He hasn't. He has always been obedient and honest. Baron tells him that he has learned something amazing from Master Cheng and that he can't go out right now. He has to study for 1 month. The chief sends him a telepathic message to not brush him off like that and just follow him. The system pops out with its options. Option 1, still find an excuse and refuse to leave with him. Option 2, asks Cheng Liangji to put in a good word for you. Option 3, say yes. He gets ready to leave with the chief. The chief brings him to the guard Yu. The chief treats guard Yu like a queen. He is trying to impress her. She takes her seat. The chief asks Baron to come and greet guard Yu. Baron is surprised by the way the chief is acting. He can't win a lady's heart by behaving like that. Guard Yu asks him why he came directly to the Blue Heart Hall. Is he hiding from her? The system comes up with options again. Option 1, dare not to. Option 2, you thought too much. I just got enlightened suddenly and want to improve my chess skill, so I rushed to practice in seclusion. Option 3, yes. He chooses option 3, though that's rude, but he got no choice. The task gets completed and he gets an award drawing +1. The chief yells at him for talking rudely to guard Yu. He apologizes to guard Yu for not properly disciplining Baron. She tells him that she will like to have a word with Baron alone. Before leaving, he warns Baron, if he angers guard Yu, he will face the punishment of their hall. Guard Yu tells him that she heard from her disciples what happened and he did a good job. But she was surprised that he rejected her so directly just now, and asks if he is afraid that she will force him to cultivate. Baron tries to answer her, but she stops him from saying anything. She knows what he meant and he is way more mature than his age. He has his ideal in life and pursues lofty goals, and he has been walking on the path he has chosen firmly. She appreciates it, and she won't force him to do anything anymore. Baron is confused. What's going on there? Ideal in life. Lofty goals. What on earth did those girls say about him? He thanks her for understanding and he will keep her words in his mind. She gets ready to leave, and Baron is relieved that she won't pester him anymore. She tells the chief that Baron is a good disciple, and it seems that the Blue Heart Hall teaches the disciple well. She will come next time to learn more about their hall. He got ready to walk her out. The chief comes back singing and he is very happy there will be next time. He notices Baron in front of him and gets into his chief mode. He tells Baron to communicate with guard Yu often and he can also bring her there sometime. Then he realizes what he just said. The chief then tells him that he didn't mean it that way. He wants Baron to get along with other halls and learn from each other. Next, 2 guys are drinking wine while planning something. One guy arrives there and informs them that they have found the 6 people wearing straw hats, and those people with the straw hats are Lai and his people. He is wearing that straw hats because even Mr. Wang with rich experience wore it. That's why he thought it must be useful. They were too hikey in the past, which got them into trouble. The guys come to check the straw hats guys. One guy orders his man to find some people and stir things there. The chief deputy also comes there to see the people who beat the boss Gu. Some people start to cause some trouble there, just to see what the straw hats will do. Lai wants to keep a low-key after all the trouble they experience, but he can't just put up with things like this. He remembers Baron's words that his uncle must have sent some people to protect him secretly. He also thinks if his uncle has sent someone to protect him, and tells his lady to help the people there. She gets ready to stop the bad guys from causing more troubles. The deputy chief gets ready to send more people to fight with the people who defeated Boss Gu. Lai notices a guy with a sword. He also joins the fight. A few minutes later, Lai thanks the guy for helping him and introduces himself as Gu Qingyu from the Green Cloud sect, and the other guy's name is Zhu Gikan from the Misty sect. The deputy chief notices something and orders his men to retreat. His man asks what did the deputy chief found. The chief tells him that the guy standing next to Zhu is the youngest son of the Blood Fire sect chief. He tells his man that Blood Fire sect chiefs is not the expert that defeated Boss Gu. The chief thinks maybe the expert wants to get rid of them by using the son of the Blood Fire sect chief. But he didn't get rid of them, so the expert wants to remind them of his existence. He orders his man to send some masters to protect the young master of the Blood Fire sect. They can't let him get hurt in their place. Next, the lady asks Lai if the book is that interesting for him to read all day. It's not only interesting but extremely awesome. He will thank Mr. Wang if he finds him again. He thinks it's like his uncle said. They will meet good people along the way, and Mr. Wang must be that good person. She also thinks after meeting Mr. Wang, they have become luckier. He also agrees with her, and Baron is chewing somewhere. Next, in the distant mountain, a bell rings. Baron also hears the bell. The bell is ringing to call the disciples, but he is not going, since he is practicing in seclusion, and his top priority is to make the poisonous insect pill right now. Next, in the sect, the disciples have gathered. And they have gathered there because, in the sect meeting in the Jiangbei area, they have 5 disciples who stood out, and among them is Lin Yuan, the girl from the Dark Rain Hall, obtained excellent performance in calligraphy and martial arts, and Wu Kings from the Chaotic Star Hall won first place in martial arts. Other disciples are cheering and praising them, but both of their eyes are searching for Baron. The lady, after meeting with her friends, she then starts to search for Baron but couldn't find him anywhere. She thinks he must have gone for patrolling again, so she will just wait for him a little longer. The guy is also searching for Baron in the mountains, and he comes across the array formation. He gets ready to break it and show Brother Baron the progress he has made. He then uses his technique to break the array, but only the smoke gets clear. He gets ready to search for the exit, but after a few moments later, he is shocked to the point that he forgot who is he and where is he. He is shocked. He is still too weak. He needs to seek help from Baron. Suddenly something flies from right in front of him. Wu Kinks gets attacked by someone. He also fights back, but his attacks are not doing any damage to the enemy. Then he realizes something. He falls to the ground and passes out. Baron wakes him up and scolds him for not using the flute and tried to break in by force. The guy he was fighting was just a puppet of the array. Kinks apologizes. Baron tells him, even though he tried to break in, but he should have asked for help if he couldn't make it. He could have died if Baron was arrived a bit later. Baron gives him a medicine to smell because the poison from the fog has reached his organs. Baron then hits him again for not taking a breath in. He tells Baron that if Baron keeps hitting him like that, he will become stupid. Baron is just relieved that whatever he does with Kinks, the system never pops out with its option. 4 years ago, the heart-following sect has a rule that disciples must leave the mountain for trial once every 2 months. And Baron led a team for the trial, and the youngest girl confessed her love for him in front of everyone. It was a big trouble for him, and since then, he realized that he gotta stay away from pretty girls if he doesn't want to die. Because the system popped out at that time as well. Option 1 was to say yes to her, award birds adoring the phoenix, high level of earth phase. Option 2, I only focus on cultivation now and I don't want to date anyone, award 4-dimension palm, low level of earth phase. And option 3, sorry, I only consider you my family. The award, dragon ring, middle level of the yellow phase. It was the first time he didn't see the attribute option in the option 3 award section. And it was killing him. He was confused which option to choose. But like always, he chose option 3, with the least award. But the girl was not backing down and told him that one day, she will make him abandon that idea. The system also gave him a task to make the 3 junior brothers not hate him or kill them. Award dragon ring, the middle level of yellow phase. His 3 junior brothers were mad at him because they also have their eyes on that girl. From left, Wang Yuan, son of an official, Wu Kinks, son of a righteous cultivator, and Lin Jiuj, son of a rich man. If he kills them, their father will definitely come for him. So, he suggests an idea of a newspaper to the son of a rich man. He thanked Baron for enlightening him, and the son of an official, he taught him how to chase after a girl. Wang Yuan was happy, but Wu Kinks challenged him to a fight and whoever wins will have that girl. Since the system didn't pop up, he beat the shit out of Wu Kinks, until he admitted his defeat. Wu Kinks apologized to Baron for offending him like that and was ready to do anything for him. Baron told him that he was not offended and they were just learning from each other, and also told Wu Kinks that he doesn't need to stick with one girl, there are a lot of girls out there for him. That word made him happy, thinking there are a lot of girls outside waiting for him. Baron asked him to keep secret and not to tell others about his true strength. Wu Kinks also swore to God that he'll keep that secret to his grave, and thus, Wu Kinks is one of the few who knows Baron's real strength. But Wang Yuan pretended to stop hating him and launched a sneak attack against Baron and poisoned him. Baron even lay in bed for 3 months, but Wang Yuan somehow died along the way back home. But Wu Kinks became his fan and Baron was like an idol in his eyes. And since Wang Yuan was dead, Baron couldn't finish his task yet. Next, back to the present, Wu Kinks informs him that he won first place in the martial arts competition. Now Baron understood that was the reason why Wu Kinks dared to break the array. Wu Kinks tells him that he just wanted to show the progress he made. Baron tells him to remember, he might fall when he gets too carried away. But still, Baron was happy to see the #1 disciple of the Jiangbei area. Wu Kinks thanks him and he will keep Baron's words in mind. Next, Baron gives him some tea in a package to drink after eating every time. It will help him detoxify the poison. But Kinks doesn't think someone will poison him. Baron tells him that he had won first place, many people will be jealous. And a guy named Liu Bei from the Genuine Hall also won first place not long ago and he ended up in his bed, disabled. Kinks thanks him for the reminder. Baron then gives him a shadowless dart that he made a few days ago and tells him to practice it after he goes back. Then Baron starts to ask him about his competition. Wu Kinks tells him that he met a powerful opponent named Zhu Giken. And if Baron hasn't taught him how to deal with opponents who move fast, he might have lost. And Zhu is at the same level as Wu Qing's. Baron considers Qing's as his younger brother, and he has been giving Qing's a lot of pills in these 4 years. Wu Qing's has progressed faster than anyone else, but Zhu Giken is on par with Qing's. Baron thinks he has to watch Zhu Giken carefully. Qing's also informs him that he saw a second-level thunder pattern beast in the birch forest, and he likes to challenge it to break through and reach the black phase. Baron tells him to inform him if he finds 3 such beasts. He will help him to break through. Baron then gives him a list of materials to get for him next month. Baron tells him to leave now, he needs to do some business. Qing's tells him that he has learned a skill recently and would like Baron to give him some advice. They gets ready to fight. Qing's attacks him with a dart, then takes out his sword and jumps at Baron, using his special skill flower dancing. But Baron blocks it with just 2 fingers. Baron has also blocked his darts too. Poor Qing's realizes he is just a frog in a well. Baron tells him the move was good, but Qing's displayed it too slowly, and he should throw the darts and attack with a sword simultaneously. But he can't do it simultaneously. Baron asks him, and he told him that he learned it to throw simultaneously. Qing's then runs from there. He didn't learn it, now he will go back and practice it well. Baron tells him not to step into his array by mistake, or he won't get any pills from him for 1 month. Next, he comes back to his home, and someone messages him telepathically. It's Lin Yuan, and she has brought some product for him, and she has put it in a place they both knows. Baron thanks her. She leaves saying good night. Baron is surprised that she found a 9-leaf mica ganoderma. It looks like a mushroom. She is happy that Baron said 3 words to her, and he even took out her gift right in her face. She is now sure it means he loves her. She has observed him for the last 4 years, and she knows him well now. He is a very low-key, and she can't approach him when there are too many people around. Despite that, she thinks it's okay to date him in such a low-key way. He is young Baron after all. She remembers the time, and right now it's 1 a.m. and is one of those times when Baron is in a good mood. We get a perfect waifu here. Next, the chief of the Blue Heart Hall calls Baron to have tea with him. Baron notices something on the bookshelf. The cup kind of looks familiar. It's the same cup that the guard you drank tea with. Inside his mind, Baron shouts at his chief not to do something like that, it's creepy. The chief then asks him about the thing he said to him earlier, to go and have a nice talk with guard Yu and invite her there sometime. Baron can see that the chief is in a rush for something. It's only been a day since he told him to do that, but Baron doesn't know what he should say if he goes to talk to guard Yu. Chief tells him to talk about the mutual development of the 2 halls. Baron informs him that guard Yu's hall specialty is music and theirs is chess. How could the 2 types develop together? But the chief keeps pressuring him to go and talk to guard Yu. The chief gets ready to bribe him, saying he will approve Baron's request for a place to cultivate in the back of the mountain. Although Baron wants that place, but the girls from the Water Mirror Hall can trigger the Earth Phase Challenge, and that is too dangerous for him. The system pops out with options again. Option 1, refuse Zhang Hecken again. Option 2, use the voodoo poison to change the conversation of the topic. Option 3, say yes to his request. He got no choice but to accept option 3. Next, in the Water Mirror Hall, Zijin is playing some music. The male disciples of the Water Mirror Hall are praising her beautiful performance, even though she played some wrong notes on purpose, but none of them pointed it out. She thinks if Baron was there he would look at her with sharp eyes and blame her for the mistake, even though she shouldn't feel happy about that, but she really wishes to be scolded by Baron. The triplets inform her that they saw Baron coming to their hall. They get ready to meet him, even though he told them not to meet with him, but it's normal to just come across him in the Water Mirror Hall. Baron tells the male disciple to inform guard Yu that he is there to meet with her. The male disciple tells him to get in the line. Baron is shocked to see the line is too long, but he thinks it's good for him. There are too many people. He thinks he doesn't think he can meet guard Yu today. He will report the situation to the chief, and he can't blame Baron for the line being too long. He gets ready to go somewhere and kill his time. But he was not that lucky. Guard Yu comes there asking what brings you here. Baron, the male disciple, tells her that he was about to report to her about Baron. And Baron is like, you shithead liar. She then replies with just a few words, like oh me, I see, come with me. And Baron is confused. What does she mean by I see? What did you see? The system notifies him. Option 1, guard Yu, I'd better wait in the line. Those guys there seem to be here for you too. Option 2, go in with you man when. He chooses option 2 and follows her inside, but he notices something is smelling good there. Guard Yu asked him, so he came there for her. But Baron seemed to be zoning out there. He apologizes to her for not paying attention. He just smelt something good and got carried away. He then tells her the message of his hall leader. The leader wishes to deepen the relationship between the 2 halls and thus make progress together. She also thinks that there's hall specialized in chess. How could they make progress together? He then gets ready to go back and report her response to his hall leader. She stops him. She was expecting that he will persuade her, but he thinks what she said makes sense and he can't think of words to talk back. She tells him that their chess and their music are both elegant and there must be something in common. He is shocked. She just said the same words as his hall leader. They should just get married. They have the same way of thinking. She hopes that he will be in charge of this event. She's been staying in the heart-following Hall sect for years, and he is the most special one she has ever met. But he has to get the approval of the big dog. She is not the big dog there. Baron then tells her to help him trace the source of the smell. She gets ready to see how sensitive his nose is. She then asks if he likes to greet their hall leader. Since the system didn't come out, he gets ready to meet their hall leader. But Guard Yu is confused. What is so special about this aroma that he is so obsessed with it? He tells her he never smelt it before and he is just curious. One girl comes and gets ready to take them to meet the hall leader. Guard Yu tells him not to talk nonsense in front of their hall leader. She is not as good-tempered as Guard Yu. Baron suddenly feels a powerful pressure. The system notifies him. Option 1, turn around to check. Option 2, take a step forward. Option 3, stand there still. Someone touch him from behind. That almost give him a heart attack. It's a beautiful lady with a beautiful tattoo on her chest. She asks to Guard Yu about Baron. Guard Yu informs her about Jiang Baron and he is a registered disciple of the Blue Heart Hall. The leader asks him why he wants to see her for. Baron greets her and tells her that he just smelt something amazing when he entered the garden, so he followed the aroma and came there. She then asks him to describe the scent he smelled. She will reward him if she likes his words. Baron tells her that the scent isn't that strong but is long-lasting. It has a smell of citrus mixed with some orchid fragrance. She is surprised. He accurately described the smell of the jade exquisite from so many flowers. He tells her that he can just tell several special smells. She gets ready to take him inside and see what else he can do. The girl behind Guard Yu thinks Baron is so capable. Guard Yu asks how. She tells her the scents are all mixed together. It's really amazing that he could tell the scents in this situation. Guard Yu then hears some words that might have given her some wrong ideas. Next, Guard Yu also joins them. The leader asked Baron to take care of one of her plants. Baron promises her that he will make that plant energetic within 2 months. She invites him to come and check out some other plants for her. They stand up and his eyes notice her beautiful tattoo. She asks why did he turn his face away. He replies he should see no evil. She asks to Guard Yu where she bumped into such an interesting guy. Guard Yu tells her that she didn't bump but she worked hard to discover him. And actually he wishes to keep himself really low-key forever. Baron then asks her to show the jade exquisite. He is really curious about it. She brings him to another place where there are more of those precious plants. He is surprised that her collection is really eye-opening to him. Unfortunately, she failed to raise them well. He apologizes. He didn't mean to offend her. But he thinks it's really amazing that she can collect so many precious plants when she is not proficient in flowers. She tells him that she didn't collect them, people gave them to her. Baron is surprised that people gave them to her. But, well, that was expected. She is very beautiful and she must have a lot of pursuers. Hearing that she likes flowers, the pursuers must have given her these flowers to win her heart. She then brings him to another room where the jade exquisite flower is. Baron hurried to see the jade exquisite because it was the perfect material for the potion he has been working on recently. She gets ready to give him one, but on 2 conditions. First, she hopes he will take care of those plants and flowers of hers in the future. He accepts that condition because he is more than pleased to do that. Apart from the jade exquisite, he also needs some other flowers there. He can get their seeds when he grows them well. And the second condition is to defeat her in the figure guessing game. What kind of game is that? We don't know yet. Guard Yu tries to stop her from playing such an indecent game with a disciple. It's a game of drinking wine and the one who gets drunk first loses. She tells him to be careful because she is really good at this game. Next, the 5 sisters are waiting for Baron at the front gate and it's already been 2 hours, but Baron hasn't come out yet. They get ready to wait for a little longer and the male disciples are confused what they are doing. Next, the game is going on, but the leader seems to be drunk and Baron is fine. Baron comes to know that she is not good at that game but she is obsessed with it, and she rarely wins. They emptied 1 jar of wine. She asks Guard Yu to bring 1 more jar of wine. Guard Yu asks Baron to stop the leader from drinking anymore. Mr. System pops out. Option 1. Help convince Shi Finglin to stop drinking now. Award. Sky pointing finger. Low level of earth phase. Option 2. Make Shi Finglin more and get drunk quickly. Award. Low level of black phase. Option 3. Play the game for more time. Award. Random basic attribute +1. He chooses option 3 and brings more wine to play the game for more time. 2 hours later, she is talking to a pillar thinking it's Baron. Baron tells her that he is on the other side. The task gets completed and receives an award, Spirit +1. She is surprised his moving skill is so fast. She didn't notice when did he get behind her. Guard Yu stops him from giving more wine to their hall leader. Baron also stops her from drinking anymore, but she is fine and tells him he is not allowed to leave. Guard Yu tells her to go to sleep, but she is like, I wanna play. I wanna play. Baron is surprised how did she become a hall leader, she is just like a 3-year-old. Fanglin uses her attack on Guard Yu, telling her to leave her alone, she wants to play the game. And no one can stop her from playing that game today. They are shocked that she is using her Phoenix Roaring skill. She then gets ready to use another attack. Guard Yu gets ready to stop her. They start to fight, and Baron is confused if he should leave now or. Finally, the leader falls asleep. He notices something. The tattoo has faded. Then he gets shocked. It was just a drawing, not an actual tattoo. Even I am shocked. I thought it was a tattoo. Next, one of the triplets suggests that they should go to Baron's hall gate to come across him next time. And they have been practicing their lines. Zijin tells them that he will just scold them if they did that. They get ready to go back to their classes. Next, Baron also gets ready to leave. Guard Yu tells him that their leader doesn't usually act like this. It's just, the system pops out. Option 1, listen to Yu Manwan's words. Award Ling Zio hand, high level of black phase. Option 2, I'll leave you to take care of everything. See you. Award, random basic attribute +1. He chooses option 2 and is shocked listening to her story can incur the award at the high level of black phase. This woman is not simple. His task gets completed and award is wine brewing +1. Guard Yu is surprised. He is so different from ordinary disciples. Next, a few of the girls come to Lin Yuan to give her a gift for being their guardian and granting them full credit. Lin Yuan tells them that they performed much better than she did when she went for training the first time. And Baron was her guardian at that time. He took good care of her in every detail. He made her feel so secure. She then opens the gift and it's a spirit pearl. It can improve the spiritual energy of its surroundings. She asks if she could exchange this pearl for the dessert they cooked last time. She really liked it. The girls get ready to cook the dessert and bring her tomorrow. She comes back to her cultivation place and finds out that Baron had come there and left her some gifts, and a letter which says, to put it on when you come to see me later. She starts to think if he wants them to be engaged in private. Awa, this girl, she's a perfect waifu. Next morning, Baron is thinking if he should go to the water mirror hall or not. Then he thinks it's better for him to go and petrol the mountain first. He notices someone is coming, and it's Guard Yu asking him to come with her. Their leader wants to meet with him. The leader was drawing something and she asks why didn't he take the Jade Exquisite with him. He tells her that the wine was too much for him and couldn't remember what happened later. She then laughs saying she is just too good at that game and asks if he likes to play it again. But someone is giving her a dead look. She tells him to take the Jade Exquisite since it was her defeat, and tells them to leave. She is busy with her painting but Guard Yu is not leaving. The leader then messages Baron telepathically asking him to make Guard Yu leave so that they can keep playing their game. Baron tells Guard Yu that leader she wants her to leave so they can play the game. She then yells at leader she tells her that Baron is talking nonsense. Then she apologizes, she was wrong. 1 week later, Baron brought the Jade Exquisite to his home. And he also has many precious plants and flowers like Jade Exquisite. He then takes out the centipede that he brought from the back of the mountain. He feeds it something, and someone calls him that the hall leader is looking for him. He is annoyed with that hall leader of his. He is so stubborn, and Baron can't seem to get rid of him. Next, the leader praises him for being the best disciple of the Blue Heart Hall. Guard Yu has agreed to cooperate with them. And as promised, the leader gives him another piece of place at the back of the mountain. Baron was worried that he needed a better place, but now, the better place just came to him. But with a high delivery fee, the leader tells him, now that he made this cooperation successfully, he should pay more attention to it in the future. Next, in the Water Mirror Hall, Guard Yu informs the disciples that there will be a friendly competition with Blue Heart Hall in 3 days. Zijin notices that the Blue Heart Hall is the same hall that Baron belongs to. The 5 of them are like, did God hear our prayer and get touched? They start to plan and Zijin tells them before going to Blue Heart Hall they need to have a meeting to discuss the details when they go to Baron's place. They hold the meeting in Kaiao's room at 7 p.m. Next, at night, the triplets brought some desserts, which they will need while planning their plan. Zijin informs them what Baron told them. They can tell other people what they learned. They can tell others about what he did, which means he doesn't want strangers to know that he is quite capable. And Zijin also has written down something that he is good at. One of the triplets noticed that Zijin also wrote down good at map drawing, painting, and calligraphy. Zijin asked them if they remember the map that Baron gave to them, and she investigated it. It's not on sale at all, and she thinks Baron drew the map himself. And besides, the painting is wonderful. And the handwriting on it is also good. It's like a calligraphy copybook. Kaiao also tells them that she thinks he knows how to make hidden weapons. She tells them about the night she was drugged. When he came to save her, a fog sealed her sensorium, which made her desperate. Later, she got to know that it was Baron who made that fog. They are all surprised. He is really awfully capable. 3 days later, the day finally arrived, and the 5 sisters are having their meeting. They should not try to approach him or try to greet him in public, and they can't tell others what he is capable of, including their masters. The Blue Hall leader and guard you arrive there. He welcomes everyone there and gets ready to start the competition. Next, the competition begins, and boys are going crazy seeing all those beautiful girls around them. Zijin and others' eyes are searching for Baron. But Baron is in the water mirror hall taking care of and teaching a girl how to take care of the plants. The leader, she asks if it is really appropriate that he didn't attend the competition. He also tells her that she didn't attend it either. Well, that's because she is the hall leader and she has privilege. He also tells her that he is a registered disciple and he also has privilege. She is surprised. He is the only one she has ever seen who announced that he is a registered disciple so proudly. She then asks him to play a game with her since guard Yu is not there. This morning, the hormones that male disciples of Blue Heart Hall released filled the air in the hall. They couldn't wait to meet the girls. And if Liu Zijin and other girls waved at him, the system would definitely bring some dangerous options up. So, he came to the water mirror hall, but there is also a difficult woman to deal with there. She tells him to play a game with her. He tells her that she should take responsibility and it's not too late for her to go and attend the competition. She then makes that tsundere face saying she never wanted to be the leader. Baron tells her to play with other disciples when they're back. She yells at him that they don't even dare to look at her, let alone play with her. He also tells her he dares not either. She yells back, "Yes, you do. We played once." He starts to look at the plants. She leaves from there. Then she comes back with something. The system pops out. Option 1, speak out of the name of soul fruit. Award 6 Wu / high level of black phase. Option 2, show a surprised look. Award vortex axe, high level of yellow phase. Option 3, show a puzzled look. Award random basic attribute +1. He is surprised. It's a soul fruit that only blossoms once in 20 years and bears fruit in another 20 years. He puts up that puzzled look. The task gets completed and award is physique +1. She tells him that it's the soul fruit that can make people live and make people die. It's super powerful and tells him to check it out. Baron sniffs it and with just a breath, it's making him feel so comfortable as if he is in heaven. She then takes it away asking if he liked it. Baron noticed something: the fruit is not ordinary judging from the system options. He is determined to get it. After all, his ultimate goal is to make the system stop offering him the options other than the basic attribute award. As for how will he make it? By making himself invincible. A few years ago when he joined the heart-following sect, he triggered the system multiple times each day. But now, he only triggered it a few times a day. It means that there are fewer and fewer people and things that can threaten him. Bro has experimented with it thoroughly, and when he becomes strong enough that no one can threaten him, no more high-level award options will come out. But he is confused how to get his hands on this soul fruit right now. She knew he likes this weird material, and as long as he plays with her and makes her happy, she will give it to him. Baron noticed something about her. Even though she is a hall leader, she never does her work. Guard Yu takes care of all that. And she Finglin as a hall leader. She just enjoys her life without dealing with her job, and she can take out precious treasures such as soul fruit easily. He thinks this lady really has a powerful background. Or could it be she is the daughter of a super powerful sect? Then he gets shocked. He never expected that the heart-following sect to have such a powerful backer. He thinks it better for him to stay away from her. But he just can't resist her generosity. He gets ready to play the game with her. Next, Guard Yu come back and hears a loud noise of Kai Finglin enjoying her game. Guard Yu gets mad. She was dealing with the leader awkwardly while Kai Finglin was playing the game happily. She kicks the door wide open. They were playing their game. She starts to yell at Kai Finglin. Then she starts to question Baron. Why did he agree to mess with Kai Finglin? She told him not to. The system pops out with options. Option 1, she forced me. Option 2, sorry, you're right. I dare not do this anymore. Option 3, keep playing with Kai Finglin and say, I have to do so to avoid the competition. With those options, Baron noticed something. Guard Yu agreed to cooperate with the Blue Heart Hall in order to force him to cultivate. He gotta let her know his attitude better. He didn't reply to Guard Yu and carry on with his game. He wins the game and stick a piece of paper on Kai Finglin's face. Guard Yu is releasing some kind of strong black aura. Kai Finglin asks her if she likes to join them. She slams her hand on the table shouting, I'm talking to you, Zhang Baron. Baron tells her he has to do so to avoid competition. She asks if he is mad about the cooperation. Yes, you bet he is. But she did that for his own good. She admits that she wanted to force him to cultivate. And if he has enough cultivation base, plus his good quality and mindset, she is sure he will become outstanding among the crowd. Then she apologizes. She made a terrible decision for him, even though she knew he has his own idea. Baron notices the apology is a trap. He has to let her know his attitude or he will be doomed because of her sooner or later. He refused her apology, and why should he forgive her just because she apologized to him? He appreciates that she cares about him. And he told her that he has his own rhythm to follow, and she agreed to his point of view. But whatever the reason is for her behavior this time, he really dislikes it. Also, he'll no longer consider her a senior to whom he can talk frankly. Guard, you lost words to speak. Baron continues with the game. Finglin tells them quarrel is not good. Baron tells her, it's not a quarrel, he just made himself clear. Guard, you apologizes again. She was egotistical this time and betrayed his trust. The task gets completed and award is chess +1. Guard, you gets ready to make it up to him. She gets ready to prepare something. Baron asks her if she likes to join them. Finglin also tells her to join them. Manhwa yells at her, but why didn't she yell at Baron? Poor Kai Finglin. Baron then gets ready to leave. He is happy thinking what kind of treasure Guard you will give him to make up. Next, Baron is watering the plant. Kai Finglin comes asking what game will they play today. From these last few days, he notices something. Kai Finglin doesn't like wine, but she's always clamoring for a drink. She carries a pipe, but inside it is some pollen. Though it smells like a cigarette, it's not addictive at all. She is terrible at games but clamors for games every day. She is like a rebellious girl trying to fit in with the grown-ups. He asks a girl named Duo if they have fish in the kitchen. They have a couple of perches. Finglin gets excited to try his cooking. They come to the kitchen. He starts to prepare the fish and adds something from his little bottle which smells very good. The fish is ready to serve. They both take a bite and the taste is out of the world. Finglin tells him to make 2 more for her. Baron tells her the fresh fish they get from the river will even taste better, and asks her if she likes to go fishing now. She is ready. He is suggesting her to go fishing because he just can't play games and drink wine with her every day. Guard Yu also comes there and she is smelling something good there. Finglin tells her it's the smell of the fish that Baron made and it's very yummy. And right now they are going for fishing and asks Manhwa if she likes to join them. She is shocked. The hall leader who couldn't even stand for 5 seconds of stillness actually wants to go fishing. She liked to join them, but she has some business to deal with, and calls Baron. She has some good stuff to show him. She shows him the seed of maidenhair and asks if that is enough to make it up to him. He is very happy with that gift and thanks her. And she also notices that he proposed to go fishing with Finglin in order not to let her drink and gamble. She also wants to eat the fish he cooked. He gets ready to make for her in the evening, a bigger one on that. Next, he planted the seed of maidenhair in his new place for cultivation. A bald bird comes with a message, and the message is from Kinks, informing him there are already 3 beasts in the birch forest. Next, Baron arrived at the Minkui town to meet with Kinks. Kinks was waiting for him in an inn. When Baron was about to ask Kinks about the beasts, the system pop out with its options. Option 1, ask about the special beasts directly. Award, 7-star moon blade, low level of black phase. Option 2, talk about the heart-following sect. Award, Dragon Mace, the middle level of the yellow phase. Option 3, have some chit-chats that don't really matter a lot. Award, Random Basic Attribute +1. With those options, Baron noticed that the system doesn't want him to expose the information. Baron then starts to talk about something that even Kinks didn't understand. Baron uses his divine sense and finds out that there is someone at the 4th level of the black phase in the inn. He thinks if that man also notices the treasure in the birch forest. His task gets completed and award is Agility +1. They then leave the inn. After coming outside, Baron informs Kinks that there is someone at the 4th level of black phase in the inn. Kinks is surprised a 4th level of black phase in such a remote area. Baron then asks Kinks to inform him about the beasts. Kinks tells him that there are 3 2nd-level beasts. One is a thunder pattern beast, second one is a human beast, and the last one is a bloody shadow beast. They gets ready to go to the forest at around 9 p.m. at night. They arrive in the forest, and the system comes out with options. Option 1, go to the birch forest directly. Option 2, go to the birch forest at 1 a.m. Option 3, as Woo Kinks to release the mysterious Numa. Baron is confirmed now that the man he saw at the inn is following them. He asks Kinks to use the mysterious Numa to speed up. The mysterious Numa helps them to run faster. Baron notices that the man at the 4th level of black phase is catching up to them. He didn't release his mysterious Numa but just followed them secretly. He thinks a righteous man won't do that. The task gets completed and award is Floristry +1. In the birch forest, the 4th level of black phase man informs his partner that 2 cultivators are coming to the forest. One is at the 9th level of the black phase and the other one is only at the 5th level of the meditation stage, and that one in the 5th level is Baron. The guy then informs his boss about the 2 cultivators. The boss orders them to kill them. The guy on the other side of the phone tells his partner that something seems to, but he couldn't finish the sentence. The guy holding the phone realizes that something is wrong. The guy then gets a hit right on his face. The boss notices the enemy has already reached there. The boss then shouts from the top of the tree to his men that the enemy has come and they have to deal with them first. The beast also notices him. This was the moment he realized that he f up. He not only exposed his position to the enemies, he also caught the attention of the two beasts. He comes down and Kinks has finished dealing with his men. The boss then charges toward them shouting, "I am going to fight you until I die." Baron is shocked. The boss is reacting as if Baron and Kinks are the bad guys there. Baron then hits the boss and I think his one hit was enough to knock out the boss. Next, Baron has killed all the enemies. Kinks is surprised that his senior brother Baron is so powerful. He killed all those men in the flip of a finger and Kinks wasn't helpful at all. Baron tells him to take care of the bodies and check out where they came from. Baron then gets ready to deal with the beasts. Wait, the beasts are so small. He orders them to sit. They obediently follow his order. Kinks informs Baron that the enemies seem to have come from Huosha Palace. Baron then checks the lady's lip and tells Kinks to smell it. Kinks didn't give him the right answer. Baron tells him to bring his head near to his finger. He hits Kinks on his forehead. He tells Kinks that the rouge smell is mixed with China rose and orchid and Mingchu town doesn't sell such a high-grade rouge. The closest place that would sell it, Kinks thinks it's Annuo City. Baron then gives him a little detective lesson. Baron also shows him the coins and asks him where are these coins from. Kinks thinks it's from some place called Beishan. Baron then checks out something in a big bag and finds a picture there and it kind of looks ugly. Kinks asks him if those guys were looking for the man in the picture, but Baron thinks that's not professional at all. They should have burnt the picture after seeing it. The system pops out. Option 1 asks Wu Kinks to check out who the man is. Award, Drew Finger, middle level of black phase. Option 2, go and check out who the man is in person. Award, animal leg, middle level of yellow phase. Option 3, act as if nothing happened. Award, random special attribute +1. Baron is happy to see the special attribute award. Like always, he chooses option 3 and the task gets completed. Award is breathing +1. Baron is happy to see the breathing because it hasn't shown up for a long time. Breathing points are very helpful. When the physical strength died out, it can recover quickly with the breathing technique. Kinks tells him he is desperate to fight with the beast. Baron gets ready to let him fight. He tells one of the beasts to come out and fight with Kinks, but it seems like the beasts can't understand him. He then forces one of the beasts. The poor beast starts to cry. Someone call the police, that's animal abuse. Baron then uses sign language telling the beast to fight with Kinks. Kinks thinks the beast can't fight with him with its all might. It seems terrible right now. Baron then gives a sign to the beast telling he will kill it if it can't beat Kinks. The beast then gets ready to fight with its all might. Now Kinks is getting scared. The beast kinda look like a little dangerous right now. Next, they gets ready to fight. The fight begins. Kinks throws his darts at the beast. It did a little damage to the beast. Kinks remembers his senior brother teaching and gets ready to use it in actual battle. He hits the beast with his sword and gets happy to see that the sword made by his senior brother is so powerful even the evolved level 2 beast can't resist it. He forgets that he was in a fight. The beast attacks him with its tentacles. Kinks blocks the attack, but the impact of the attack was too much for him and it sends him flying and slamming into the ground. Baron is shocked. How did Kinks become the #1 disciple in the Zhongbei area with that ability? The beast jumps at Kinks. He eats a pill and gets ready to get his sword, but suddenly a level 3 beast comes out of nowhere and jumps at him. Kinks thinks this is the end for him, but his senior brother stops the beast. Baron asks him if he was that scared that he couldn't even make some response. Baron then stops the level 2 beast from fighting. He gets ready to handle the level 3 first. He tries to slam the beast on the ground, but the beast is showing some resistance. Baron then gets ready to give it a chance and asks the beast to attack him with all its strength. They get ready to fight. Baron slaps the beast, leaving his hand mark on its cheek. Baron then asks Kinks if he wants the beast to be his mount. He'd love to, but he can't control it. The beast tries to attack again but gets a slap again. Now, the poor beast is crying. He can't win the fight. It starts to sharpen its nails. Kinks notice that the beast can't win against his senior brother, so it's doing something mad there. Baron asks him again if he wants it or not because the red Numa is quite special and he thinks the beast has some potential. Kinks wants it, but he can't control it if his senior brother is not by his side. Baron then gets ready to teach the beast a bit more. Poor beast tries to run away, but it has no way to run away from the monster behind him. Baron hits the tree and breaks it. He knows that the beast can understand him. He asks the beast to shake hands. Poor beast obediently shakes his hand. The other two are shocked to see the sight. He tells them to continue with their fight. They starts to fight. The fight was so dangerous that I am sure it will go down in history. After 15 minutes, Kinks won the fight but also suffered some damage. Baron gives him a pill and tells him that he did a good job. He defeated a beast that was at a higher level than him, but there were some mistakes he made during the fight. So, Baron tells him to keep practicing after he goes back. Baron tells him to stay there and take some rest because his injuries are a bit serious. After that, he helps the beast. He looks at the other beast, who is shaking in fear. It also rolls down and acts as if it has also suffered some damage. Baron notices that the beast has a mysterious flaming essence in its body, a wonderful material. Unfortunately, the beast is still too weak to condense it. He then asks the third-level beast about the spiritual thunder flower. The beast pointed its finger in a direction. The spiritual thunder flower can condense the power of the thunder in the sky, and if it's made into a pill and people take them, their bodies can resist the thunder well. Besides, their attacking moves will also carry the power of thunder. Since it hasn't blossomed yet, he gets ready to wait for more time and starts to cook some meat. The smell wakes Kinks up and even the three beasts are drooling over it. Baron thinks that the meat of the soul-devouring beast is indeed amazing. Hearing those words, the beast gets shocked, because the meat is of their own kind. Next, they finish their meal, and Baron gives the third-level beast some kind of pill. The pill is some kind of time bomb that will explode in 1 month if the beast doesn't take an antidote for it. The beast is shocked after hearing that. It's like, hey, you just gave me a time bomb. Kids out there, don't just eat anything from strangers. Baron tells the beast that it has to come to that forest once every month to take an antidote from Kinks. If it takes the antidote 17 or 18 times, the time bomb will be removed. Next, they come to check on that thunder flower. The system notifies. Option 1, observe the flower closely. Option 2, retreat to 50 meters away. They retreat and the task gets completed. Award is chess +1. Lightning falls on the flower. The system notifies. Option 1, wait for a moment and go pick the flower. Option 2, take the flower and eat it directly. Option 3, pick the flower and leave quickly. He tells Kinks and the beasts to clean the dead bodies. Then he starts to dig the flower. They gets ready to leave. He tells the beasts they are free to go now. But the third-level beast will have to come there next month. Kinks have found some other items from the dead bodies, and those are weapons and medicine. Baron gets ready to sell them because they are worth some money. Now they are ready to leave the forest. Next, they come back to the heart-following sect. The system pops out with options. Option 1, go to the mountain through the front gate. Award, Divine 13 Swords, middle level of mysterious phase. Option 2, make a detour through the back mountain. Award, random basic attribute +1. Baron is shocked. He just came back and the system is welcoming him with such a dangerous choice. He tells Kinks to go to the mountain alone. He will go to the back mountain to deal with something. He also gives Kinks the bottle of an antidote and a bottle of something that special beasts like, and tells him it's up to him whether he can subdue that bloody shadow beast. Kinks thanks him, but he doesn't think that he can handle that beast. What if it goes mad? Baron tells him not to use that tone with him. With a straight back, Kinks promises that he will subdue that beast. Kinks then gives him the items he asked him to search for. Kinks also informs Baron that he is feeling that he is close to a breakthrough after fighting with the thunder pattern beast, so he is planning to cultivate in seclusion for a while. Baron gets ready to make an energy gathering array for him. It will help him in his breakthrough. Kinks thanks him, but Baron has already gone from there. He comes to the back mountain. The task gets completed and award is strength +1. He gets ready to plant the flower, but the system comes out with options. Option 1, plant the seed of spiritual thunder flower here. Award, disaster remover, high level of black phase. Option 2, plant the seed of the spiritual thunder flower in the mirror garden. Award, evil conquering sword, high level of yellow phase. Option 3, find somewhere else. Award, random basic attribute. With those options, he notices that the flower can keep incurring thunders. He puts it inside his ring and gets ready to plant it when he finds a good place somewhere that is not in the heart-following sect. Kinks comes back. Baron gets ready to help him with the energy gathering array. He starts to make an array with some materials: golden paper, flaming lion skin talismans, red cloudy crystal. Seeing all those priceless talismans and materials, Kinks is touched. His senior brother has prepared well for his breakthrough. Kinks swears whether alive or dead, he will always be loyal to his senior brother. Baron tells him to activate his energy, so he will set up the array. He sets up the array. Now everything is done. Baron then leaves the room. Now all that is left is for Kinks to break through. Kinks promises that he will not let his senior brother down after he made so much effort for him to break through. Next, Baron notices that there are more people in his hall than usual. He asks one of the guys, why are there so many people there? The guy tells him all those people came there to learn chess. Baron is surprised. He didn't know that there were that many people in the heart-following sect who loves chess. The guy tells him there are more and more disciples have begun to love chess since the cooperation between Blue Heart Hall and Water Mirror Hall. Baron is like, oh, that's what's going on here. He thinks all the disciples are like their masters, always going after girls. Don't these guys need to practice? He thinks if things go like this, the heart-following sect is gonna decline sooner or later. He comes back to his room and there's a letter left by Lu Yun, and she has left some gifts for him. And there's another letter, it's from his senior brother Lu Bagui. He gets happy after seeing that letter. Our boy didn't get happy after seeing the letter left by a girl, but he got happy after seeing the letter left by his brother. Respect for this man, a real Giga Chad. He comes to the Flying Feather Hall to meet with his senior brother Lou. Senior Lou was looking for him because he is running out of the aroma pills that Baron gave him last time and he couldn't find any substitute, so he gotta ask Baron for more pills. Baron gives him 2 bottles of pills, and he gets ready to fetch him more later. Lou also gives him a mental cultivation method manual. He just can't accept Baron's pills for nothing. Baron thanks him. That's so thoughtful of his senior brother Lou. Lou then tells him that he is going to cultivate in seclusion for a while. It's not that he is going to break through, he just learned something concerning the cultivation method and would like to practice it carefully for a while. Baron wishes him good luck. And he starts to think when brother Lou comes out of his seclusion he will be close to his breakthrough. Baron has to make some preparations in advance. He still needs a phoenix flower to make some pills, so he gets ready to go to the Water Mirror Hall. Next, Du informs Finglin that she has a visitor. She gets happy asking if it's Baron. Du tells her it's the guard from the Chaotic Star Hall. She tells her to tell him that she is not there. But since the guard is also a senior figure of the other hall, she got no choice but to meet him. And the guard is there because their leader also wants to cooperate with the Water Mirror Hall too. She rejects him, saying they have no interest in cooperating with other halls right now. The guard tells her to hear their conditions first. But she has already heard a lot of conditions, but she just doesn't want to cooperate with other halls right now, and tells him to leave. She doesn't care about any other hall. She just wants Baron to visit her every day and play the figure guessing game with her, and she also wants to eat his fish. Du tells her that senior brother Baron said that he will be busy for a while. Baron calls her name from outside. Finglin gets happy and changes into that cute mode and runs to Baron. She then gets mad that he didn't come yesterday to play with her. He tells her that he told Du that he needed to go out to deal with something. That makes her madder because he only told Du, not her, and asks him to play with her to make it up to her. He gets ready to play, but before that, he needs to take care of plants and flowers. He starts to water the flower. She tells him that Du has already watered them in the morning, but our boy is like, nah, work comes first. They agreed on this. Baron notices that some of the flowers can be pollinated soon, and Finglin is obediently waiting for him to finish his work so they can play a game. She asks if he is done with his work. Baron informs her that he has brought a new game. She gets excited hearing a new game. He also invites Du to play. It will be better with 3 people. He has brought a board game that he made it himself, and he also gets ready to give it to Kai Finglin if she wants it. She gets happy, she will love it. She asks the name of the game. Baron tells her it's called Where the Heroes Dare, and he is sure she can't resist its charm. Guard Yu comes there and hears a loud noise. 6. I need 6. She gets mad. She's been working hard outside and they are playing happily inside. She thought Baron was leading their madam in the right way, but now he has also involved Du in their game. She comes inside shouting, what game are you playing again? Du greets her. She asks Du how could she join them and mess around. Baron invites her to join. They still need one more player. Yu is mad because Baron is becoming bolder every day. Now he is asking her to join them. She asks him what game they are playing this time. Baron tells her it's called Where Heroes Dare. Guard Yu thinks after Baron started to play with their madam has been quitting her bad habits. She stopped drawing tattoos on her body, and her opium pipe is gone too, and she is even dressing less revealingly. Finglin asks her to just let them finish this round. Guard Yu agrees with her. Finglin gets ready to give her all and win the round. She actually wins that round after an hour later, and sticks a paper on Baron's face. Baron is surprised that she is quite talented in this game. She starts to brag that she is talented in any game. She asks him to play another round, but someone is releasing a dead aura from behind. Baron gets ready to leave. She tells him to come there early tomorrow. Guard Yu thanks him for his hard work. He tells her that he was just messing around with Madam Kai. But Guard Yu can see if he was just messing around or helping their madam. She asks him if he wants to know the reason why she allowed him to stay with their leader. The system pops out with option. Option 1, tell her the reason you guess. Option 2, I'd like to hear it from you. Option 3, I don't want to know the reason. He chooses option 3. She is shocked. He just rejected her. Baron tells her he rejected it because he felt it was dangerous and doesn't want to get involved, because he knows that Kai Finglin has a powerful background, and if he got involved, trouble will find him for sure. Then he thinks the system didn't pop out when he helped Kai Finglin to quit her bad habits. He thinks that he helped her father teach his daughter, so her father owes him one, which means he now has one powerful man supporting him. He gets ready to leave. Guard Yu tells him that his hall leader is looking for him, so stop by to his chamber when he is free. Leader is angry because it's so hard to see Baron nowadays. Baron gets ready to tell him the truth. Leader is shocked. What truth is he talking about? Baron tells him the Water Mirror Hall agreed to cooperate with them because he made a promise to Madame Kai that he will take care of her plants and flowers. Hearing those words, the leader changes his attitude and asks him to have a cup of tea with him. Baron noticed something there. There are more cups with lipstick stuck on them. We all know who drank tea in those cups. The leader informs him that the chief of the moon sect has just broken through to a higher stage and his birthday is also coming soon, so he has invited all the major sects to attend it. Baron is confused about how can he help with that grand event. The leader informs him that there is something more than the feast. They decide to hold a competition. They'll have the young generation fight to illuminate the Abians. This makes Baron more confused because he is just at the 5th level of meditation stage. How can he compete in it? The leader tells him the competition is not just about martial arts. It also includes music, calligraphy, drawing, and chess. The sect with the highest score will win, and the moon sect has prepared a big reward for each test. And the leader knows that no one is Baron's match concerning the chess in the Zhongbei area and even the whole Feng state. That's why he wants Baron to attend the chess test on behalf of their sect. The system pops out. Option 1 refuses him directly. Option 2 convinces the chief not to attend it. Option 3 break away from the heart-following sect. Like always he chooses, oh wait, there is one more option. Option 4, say yes. Like always he chooses option with the least award. He gets ready to go since the sect trained him for many years. So he should try his best for the honor of their sect. The leader is touched by those words of Baron. And Baron is like, come on, sir. You don't need to feel so touched. The leader lost his control just now. He always thought that Baron never respected his senior and was arrogant. Baron tells him if it weren't for the heart-following sect, he'd be dead by now. He is willing to do everything for the sect. The leader informs him that the competition will be held in the middle of September, so keep practicing even though he is good at chess. There are still 2 months left before the competition. He gets ready to practice and fully prepared himself. Because the options that pop out this time, all of them has dangerous awards except for option 4. Next, in the water mirror hall, they have put out the name of the disciples who are going to attend the competition. The triplets are on the list, but Qiao is not. At night, Qiao is practicing her line because she has prepared a gift to give it to Baron as a thank you gift for saving her last time. Zijin comes there with some cakes. She couldn't sleep, so she came there to talk with Qiao. Qiao eats the cake that Zijin brought, which is very delicious, and Zijin made them by herself. But Qiao notices that Zijin is there to comfort her. All 4 of them got accepted to attend the youth competition except for her. Zijin tries to comfort her, saying she is really talented at playing zither. Otherwise, Guard Yu wouldn't have come to teach her on purpose. But Qiao thinks compared with zither, she prefers martial arts. But after that incident, she is confused about what should she choose. Next, Baron comes to the water mirror hall. Kai Finglin runs to him and asks him if he likes to hear great news. The system pops out. Option 1, what's the news about? Option 2, nope. He chooses option 2. She gets mad and tells him to tell her that he wants to hear it. Baron gets ready to leave if she insists on speaking it out. Guard Yu tells her to stop or Baron might actually leave. But it is good news and she wants him to know. Baron thanks Guard Yu for her understanding. He gets ready to do his work. Kai Finglin tells him to take out the game. They will play the game first. After some time, Kai Finglin is preparing for the game. Guard Yu comes there. She asks Baron if he has agreed to attend the youth competition. He tells her he has. She gets shocked about what he just said. Baron tells her as a member of the sect he should fight for the honor of it. She would believe those words if they have come from other disciples. But she thinks Baron will never stand out if the heart-following sect isn't faced with horrible disaster. Baron is surprised. She guessed it right. He tells her that he refused to do something sometimes because he is too weak. But it's about chess this time, so he is confident about it. Kai Finglin gets ready to give him some weapons to protect himself since he is too weak. The system pops out. Option 1, refuse her directly. Award spiritual snake operating manual, middle level of black phase. Option 2, refuse her in a roundabout way. Award, illusionary star book, low level of yellow phase. Option 3, accept her gift. Award random basic attribute +1. He is shocked to see the options. There's something wrong. He thinks the options this time must have something to do with the moon sex competition. He accepts her weapon. Guard Yu is confused what's going on with Baron. She can't seem to guess what he is thinking about. Finglin tells him to get her weapon. He has to make her happy first. Guard Yu gives a signal to her that she is behind her. She then asks Baron to teach her more interesting ways to play the game. She will give him the weapon. He agrees with her. The task gets completed and award is engraving +1. She gets happy and asks Guard Yu that they will only play 1 round. Guard Yu tells Baron to stop coming with more games and corrupt their madam. At night, Baron is reading the book that his senior brother Lu gave him, and that cultivation manual is different from the heart-following sect manual. Baron gets happy that his senior brother Lu is so thoughtful that he found a totally different cultivation method for him. He must have known that the heart-following sect formula doesn't suit Baron, so he found a different cultivation method for Baron to help him break through.
Next, someone throws a stone at Baron's room. When he comes outside to check its Lin Union, she asks him if he knows about the youth competition and she is happy to see him as handsome as usual. She is attending the calligraphy contest and wants to ask if Baron can help her. The system notifies with options. Option 1, decline her directly, award, clearing weapon, middle level of black phase. Option 2, tell her that you need to think about it, award, falling maple sword method, low level of yellow phase. Option 3, what can you pay for it then, award, random basic attribute +1. He is shocked. Declining her directly isn't the safest option, which means the youth competition is extremely dangerous, and he gotta be super alert. He chooses option 3 and asks her what can she pay for it. Lin Yuan is shocked. He didn't decline her request. Besides, he said so many words to her. She gets ready to give him something he likes in return, but she needs some time to think about it. He gives her something in a green bottle. It's a message telling her that he will see her at 6 a.m. in the pavilion outside Anling village the day after tomorrow. She is shocked and butterflies are flying inside her heart for sure. She is happy thinking that it's a date and maybe Baron wants to propose to her first. And what should she prepare for the dowry, and will her father refuse? She then gets mad thinking her father must not refuse. If he refuses, then he is dead. She leaves singing some song. The next day, in the water mirror hall, Baron notices someone is with the hall leader. Du tells him that that's the disciple of the Red Cloud sect. Kai Finglin comes out with that disciple, and Finglin tells her she wanted to have a reliable disciple to escort her back home, but he seems to be busy these days. She thanks Finglin for that, but she doesn't need a bodyguard, and it's not her first time going back from that place. Baron notices that the good news Finglin was about to tell him at that time was this girl, and she is capable of triggering the option award at the low level of the black phase, which means she is very dangerous. Kai Finglin notices Baron. She stops there and tells the girl to be careful on her way back. Then she comes to Baron saying, you must be regretting right now, right? She wanted him to escort the beauty and her name is Kuyan, but he just refused to listen to her good news earlier. Baron thanks her for her kindness, but he can never afford to mess with such a beautiful, dangerous figure. Next, Finglin is mad because she is losing the game and doesn't want to give her money, but the game has rules and they need to follow the rules. Guard Yu comes there and she is surprised. Where does he get all these game ideas, and what's the new game this time? Baron tells her is the advanced version of Where Heroes Dare. Finglin gets ready to give him the weapon she promised. The weapon is a cloud armor. It's super good at defense. The system notifies. Option 1, it's so expensive that I can't take it. Award, finger with hundreds of meters long. High level of yellow phase. Option 2, what's this? Award, random basic attribute +1. He chooses option 2. She tells him it's called the Heavenly Feather Armor, a defensive weapon at black phase. The task gets completed and the award is cooking +1. But she can only lend it to him once. He is grateful that she can lend it to him to attend the event, but if she wants to give it to him as a gift, he dares not to accept it. She gives him a little info about the weapon, and with his current strength the weapon can only display 10% of its full power. Despite that, those below the black phase can hardly hurt him. He thanks her and gets ready to leave. She tells him to come there early tomorrow. Next, in the Anling village, Lin Yuyan has come wearing the clothes that Baron gave her last time. She is happy that he is helping her boost her confidence, but Baron thinks that her calligraphy is actually quite good. She is happy that Baron said so many words in a breath to praise her, and if it's a dream then she doesn't want to wake up at all. Baron gets ready to teach her, and since he gained the points in the calligraphy he can write most of the words he saw before. He writes some words and gave them to her. She is surprised his calligraphy is indeed unique. 2 hours later, she paid him with a weapon that can absorb the poison contained in the opponent's strike or weapon. Baron is surprised that the weapon is unique and thinks if it's some family weapon, but the options didn't pop out, so it's alright for him to take it. They get ready to leave. He tells her that they should leave in different directions. Now that he got 2 weapons, he gets ready to make other preparations. Lin Yuyan is happy that he said almost more than 100 words to her. No, he began to converse with her. She will remember that place, the place where they first dated. And now she will go back and copy his calligraphy 800 times. Next, in the water mirror hall, the 4-sister notices something. There's Baron's name on the board of the contest for youth competition. They are shocked that he is attending the competition. It's unbelievable. The triplets think the senior of the Blue Heart Hall must have forced him. They get ready to talk about it with Zijin. Next, Baron is testing the weapon that Lin Yuyan gave him. Kinks comes out from his seclusion and he has successfully break through to a new level. He thanks Baron for everything. Baron then tells him the material that he used in the array for Kinks to safely break through. Kinks gets ready to return them in the future. Baron then tells him to report back to the chaotic hall and tell his leader about the good news, and he can also show off to his peers. He then gives Kinks a new list of materials to look for him. Next, in the water mirror hall, Finglin informs Baron about the girl that visited her last time. Her name is Ren Kuyen and her master and Kai Finglin are good friends. Kuyen comes there sometimes to deliver gifts for her master, and Finglin wants her to play the Where Heroes there because it's more interesting with more players. And Finglin swears that Kuyen will not speak about it anywhere. The system pops out. Option 1, say yes to her request. Award, magic sound, high level of the black phase. Option 2, absolutely no. Award, random basic attribute +1. Baron is shocked to see the award of option 1. He chooses option 2, absolutely no. She begs him to let Kuyen to join them, and if he is not satisfied with her performance, Finglin will let her leave by then. Baron asks her if she told Kuyen anything about him, and she shakes her head saying not at all. And she is confused about why Baron hates to make new friends. Baron tells her that you won't feel disappointed if you don't expect anything and won't get hurt with no ties. She is surprised those words of his are so profound. Baron gets ready to play a game and she forgets about Ren Kuyen. Next, we see a guy named Gu Qinghyun and he seems to be pretty famous in the sect. After he finished talking with his junior brothers, Qinghyun gets ready to go and meet with his senior brother Jiang Baron. He comes to the back mountain and he has also brought back all the items that his senior brother Jiang Baron told him. Gu Qinghyun was a freshman Baron trained as his guardian 3 years ago. He doesn't have a powerful family background nor excellent potential. He was adopted by the sect just like Jiang Baron. Later in the training process, Gu Qinghyun proved himself to be calm and agile, which Baron appreciated a lot. He could take good care of the team as the leader, so Baron thought about taking him in as his trusted man. He also passed various tests that Baron set up. And the most important thing is that the system didn't pop out when Baron tried to take Qinghyun in as his trusted man. He told Qinghyun about his strength and asked Qinghyun to work for him. Qinghyun replied quickly without asking more and accepted Baron as his mentor on the spot. Gu Qinghyun is smart. He observed Baron secretly but he didn't speak it out. He hid his smartness and didn't reveal it on the surface. Baron let Wu Kings to carry out tasks that need power such as collecting the treasures. And Gu Qinghyun's task is to exchange the items Baron don't need for useful one through trading. Qinghyun will get weapons and pills in return. Qinghyun has been doing well in the past 3 years and he has accumulated a lot of connections, building up large trading networks. Although Qinghyun is smarter and more mature than his peers, he isn't that good at cultivation. He only reached the second level of the black phase after 3 years of hard work. But he never admits defeat despite his poor talent. He works really hard. He never stops cultivating when he is carrying out the tasks. Qinghyun informs him that he has found a house just like his senior brother requested. Baron gets ready to check it out tomorrow. Next morning, Jinniao Town. Seeing Qinghyun tired, Baron gives him a special pill to help him refresh. After taking that pill, Qinghyun is surprised that the effect is amazing. He asks his senior brother if he planned to sell these pills. He does, but he doesn't have sufficient materials to make the pills for now. After all, he used the jade exquisite plant. Qinghyun is surprised that his senior brother is amazing even in the whole Feng state. He is surely a top pill refiner. And Qinghyun has eaten so many wonderful pills that his senior brother made. But his cultivation is still average, unlike his senior brother Wu King's who has made a breakthrough. He informs Baron that he met his senior brother Wu yesterday, and he gave him some items to sell. The items Baron got from the last time. Baron tells him to be careful when selling those items. Baron also gives him the special mental cultivation method that his senior brother Lu gave him, and tells him to give it a try after going back, maybe it will suit Qinghyun. Next, they arrived at that house, and the guard there welcomes them. He also informs them that the previous owner of the house was a master at Black Phase, and now he is moving to the Lin States, so he is selling that house. Baron looks around the house and gets happy that the system isn't popping out, which means it's safe to buy the house. Baron gets ready to meet with the owner and settle the deal. The housekeeper tells him that the owner will come there at 6 p.m. Next, at 6 p.m., the owner of the house came. They greet each other, and Baron noticed that the owner is at the 5th level of the Black Phase. The housekeeper then leaves from there. The man introduces himself. His name is Feng Keiying, and he is a disciple of the Cloud-Reaching sect. Baron also introduces himself as Wang Leowu, a disciple of the Willow sect. Just like Baron wanted, the owner informs him that the house has a spiritual energy gathering area, which is about 10 feet in the square. Baron gets ready to pay him in energy stones or something equivalent. Feng tells him he can sell the house at a cheaper price if Baron can give him some weapons or treasure he like. Baron gets ready to give him a saber, and he is confused why his system is not popping out. The saber's name is the Golden Unicorn Skeleton Saber. The body is made from star pattern stele, and as long as the user inserts their mysterious pneuma into it, its power will be doubled. Feng really likes the saber. He gets ready to show the spiritual energy gathering area. Baron notices the spiritual intent array and starts to think if a powerful master taught Feng about this array. They get ready to close the deal. Feng attacks Baron but then gets shocked nothing happened to Baron. Baron is confused what is Feng trying to do here. Feng is shocked that Baron was hiding his strength all this time. Now Baron understood why the system didn't pop out. It was because the guy was rather weak and no threat to him. That's why the system looked down upon him and thus no options popped out. But Feng is sure that Baron's organs must have twisted because he just hit Baron with his full strength. But Baron is ready to close the deal, and if Feng thinks the price is unreasonable, Baron can give him more energy stones. But Feng doesn't listen to him and takes out his sword. King Huan is surprised Feng is so powerful. He is close to being a Grand Master at the Black Phase. Feng attacks Baron with his special attack, the Underworld Thunder. The attack cuts his hat and hits on his shoulder. Feng gets shocked at how is that even possible. And Baron is shocked his hat got cut. Feng gets ready to run away. He is no match for Baron. Baron asks him to tell him the reason why he attacked them. Is it because he thought they were too weak to keep the golden unicorn saber? Feng takes out a poison pill and eats it. Baron is shocked at what is going on there. And why did he kill himself? He didn't want to survive. What a determined man. King Huan gets ready to deal with the middleman. Baron tells him there's no need and just clean the body, and tells him that their deal is done and give him the money. Because Baron thinks that the middleman is not involved. Feng's evil intention must have occurred at the last minute. Baron plants the thunder plant there, and King Huan also got the things from Feng. Baron tells him to keep that with him and also recruit some servants. The middleman brings a few servants. Baron tells the girls to stand in a line. Old women are mad that he is only choosing the beautiful girls even though the old are the most experienced ones. Baron chooses the old people and tells them to work hard in the future. The beautiful ladies come asking what about us. The system pops out with too many options notifications. Well, that was expected. He is shocked that's 11 warnings. But it's a good way to get more points. But sure enough, pretty women are dangerous. Baron tells them to leave. Other servants are shocked that their new master is quite different. Next, in the Water Mirror Hall, Finglin now owes 12 teals of silver to Baron. She got no choice but to give him the money. He gets ready to leave now but she still wants to play. Baron tells her that he needs to prepare. He is going to the Moon Sect in a few days. She asks him how long he will be gone. It depends on the Moon Sect's arrangement, but he thinks it will take at least 10 to 15 days. She then asks him to leave the board with her so she can play with Du. The system pops out. Option 1, give the board to Shi Finglin. Award, Sky Rope high level of yellow phase. Option 2, refuse her. Award, random basic attribute +1. He refuses her. The task gets completed and the award is calligraphy +1. She swears that she won't tell anyone, but he doesn't fully trust her and warns her that if she plays with other people, he won't come there anymore. She gets mad that he doesn't even trust her. He gets ready to leave. She stops him and tells him to come back early, but that's not up to him. She then gets ready to give him the soul fruit. Since she's been having fun these 2 months, she thinks he deserves it, but he still has to come to play with her. She also tells him that she has many treasures and when he comes back, she can. He stops her from saying anything after that. He doesn't want the system to pop out and make things difficult for him. He then leaves saying they will talk about it after he comes back. Next, Kings comes asking Baron if he is also going to the youth competition. Baron is surprised he just knew about it today. Well, after he informed his master about the breakthrough, his master took him to a secret chamber and taught him something new. He just got out today. Baron is surprised that Kings is now his master's inner disciple. Kings also informs him that his master might make him the team leader for the competition. Baron gets ready to call him sir now, but he dares not to accept it. Baron thinks his master must have another purpose to make him the team leader. Kings tells him that his master said that if he could make a good performance, his master will nominate him for the chief disciple. Baron is surprised that his hall leader doesn't have much confidence in this competition. He didn't ask Kings to win the first place but to just make a good performance. Kings informs him that his hall leader told him that there's an 18-year-old boy, a 3rd level Xuan master, and he is highly talented, and there are also other sects that have stronger disciples. Baron is surprised at such a young age that boy is a 3rd level Xuan master. That's indeed impressive. He then asks Kings if he wants to beat them. Sure, if his senior brother helps him, he can definitely win the first place. Next, Baron gives him a pill and after taking it, Kings falls on the floor. The pill is called the Thunder Flaming Body Refinement Pill. It can make his body tougher. Kings thanks him for the pill. A few moments later, he wakes up and he has absorbed all of its energy. Baron tells him that he reduced the effect of the pill by 70%. Kings gets shocked that was the effect of only 30% of its full capacity. Baron made that pill from the spiritual thunder pill, and it's a 5th level pill. It requires a strong body to consume it. He was worried that Kings could not endure it, so he reduced its effect. Kings is shocked that was a 5th level pill. Even a Xuan king would fight for it, but his senior brother just gave him like that. With a 90-degree bow, he thanks his senior brother, and now his body has changed and he can feel it that he is more agile than before. Baron informs him that the pill can enhance the toughness of his body, and the attacks with thunder-related energy won't hurt him anymore. Besides, his body's ability to recover, respond, and move will increase greatly. Baron gives him another bottle of pills and it can make him move even faster, but he warns Kings not to give it to other people who haven't taken the Thunder Flaming Body Refinement pill. Kings replies, "I see." Baron asks him, "What do you see?" He sees that he can't give it to other people. Baron hits him on his head and tells him that people may die after taking that pill because it is more dangerous than poison. Baron then gives him a green spiritual pill to restore his spiritual energy and physical power. Kings takes the pill and gets surprised to see its amazing effect. And now that he has become a Xuan master, Baron gets ready to test his strength. A few moments later, Kings gets defeated utterly. Baron praises him for his hard work. He has improved a lot. Baron then gives him a sword named Summon. He cast it from Ghost Iron. It can display its full strength coupled with the Thunder's spiritual energy in his body. Kings is happy that his senior brother treats him so well. He even gave him such a treasure. He thanks his senior brother for the sword. Next, Baron brought him under the mountain to try his new sword. King swings his sword and split a stone. He gets happy that the sword is amazing and praises his senior brother that his craft skills are just excellent and extraordinary. But Baron tells him that he didn't use the sword correctly. He gets ready to show Kings how to use the sword correctly and tells him to look carefully. He will only show it once. He gathers the thunder energy on the tip of the sword and swings the sword. The sword shows its full potential and makes a big blast. Kings is shocked to see the strength of the sword. He hugs his senior brother for giving him such an awesome treasure, but he doesn't think that he learned that move. Baron tells him the pill he just gave him, the thunder power will grow stronger in his body, and that's the key to driving that sword. Kings is surprised the pill his senior brother let him take and the sword are all customized for him, so he can win first place in the youth competition. He is touched that his senior brother cares about him so much. With tears in his eyes, he asks Baron if the sword is a magic weapon. Baron informs him that the sword has the potential to become a magic weapon, but not now. The weapon may become intelligent if it's nourished by its owner and it's very loyal to its owner. Then, it'll absorb spiritual energy and maintain itself automatically. Eventually, it'll be upgraded to be a magic weapon, and it'll be up to Kings if it can become a magic weapon or not. Baron tells him to find an excuse when people ask him about the sword. King swears that he will take the first place and won't let his senior brother down. Next, Lin Yun is feeling happy because she gets to meet Baron once every 120 hours. And she has also prepared him a breakfast. She is setting out for the moon sect tomorrow, so she wanted to make breakfast for Baron to thank him for his help. He tries her breakfast and gives her his honest opinion that the porridge is too thick and the beans, longan, and peanuts aren't sweet enough. Hearing those words, she gets struck by lightning. She is really a bad wife. She can't even make a proper breakfast for her hubby. Baron gives her a weapon thorn because he only taught her a bit, and in return, she gave him a magic weapon. That's too much in return. So he is giving her the thorn to make it up for it. It's a short-range weapon. It can be hidden in her palm and surprise the opponent. She gets happy. He customized it for her. Baron tells her to practice it more when she goes back. She gets happier thinking that they have exchanged their love of token, and gets ready to tell her father to prepare the dowry for her. Next, everyone is ready to set off to Moon Sect. Baron's hall leader calls him from behind. The sisters notice him. They have been working for 3 months to meet him, but never made it. Finally, they saw him today. Kiao, in order to attend the event, she worked hard on her instrument and finally secured a position in a group match. She has gone so far only in order to express her gratefulness to him. Zijin is just lost in her thought after seeing him. One of his juniors named Moxia asks him to enlighten him a bit on the way. He is also attending the chess game. Baron remembers him. Last year when he was playing chess with Master Cheng, Master Cheng told him that he had taken a talented disciple. Baron gets ready to enlighten him. They all enter a hall and greet their sect leader. The sect leader is glad to see the best disciples of his heart-following sect. He informs them they have an outstanding member, a 19 years old, a Xuan master. He is the only one who has made such achievements in the past 3 decades. And it's Wu Kings. The leader made him the leader of the group that is going to the Moon Sect. He also gives him the token of the leader. King's promises now that he has been given the position of the leader, he'll do whatever he can to protect everyone during the journey. He also swears that he will win the first place in the youth competition and won't let everyone down. The sect leader tells them to keep their mission in mind even though they are going there to celebrate a birthday, but their priority is to make great achievements in the competition. Baron is surprised. Generally, people will say friendship comes before the competition, but their sect leader thinks that's hypocritical. Now that this is the competition, he thinks they should give it their all, and Baron is feeling that the competition is getting more arduous. Next, the hall meeting ended. A girl named Sister Yi. She is quite famous among boys and everyone is trying their best to court her. Baron gets ready to stay far away from her. She is obviously a dangerous woman. And Sister Yi seems to hate Zijin. She thinks Zijin is just pretending to be innocent. She notices Zijin the way she is looking at Baron. Since Zijin seems to care about Baron, Sister Yi gets an idea. She approaches Baron. A poor girl, she doesn't know how to approach Baron. The 5 sisters are shocked, and seeing their reaction now she is getting interested. Baron is shocked thinking why she approached him, or could it be that she wants to make all the male disciples in the Blue Heart Hall fall for her? Seeing him frozen like that, she thinks he must be flattered to be accosted by a pretty lady like her. She then acts as if she bumped into something and falls toward Baron. The system pops out with its options. Option 1, hold Yi Zinkai in your arms. Award, Army Saint Seal, middle level of the Earth phase. Option 2, help Yi Zinkai stand well. Award, Dragon's Claw record, upper level of Black phase. Option 3, dodge away quickly. Award, random basic attribute +1. Baron is shocked to see the award level of option 1. This girl is perilous. He chooses option 3. The task gets completed and award is strength +1. 5 sisters seems to be satisfied with how their senior brother acted. But that was expected. Other boys come to help Sister Yi. Sister Yi is surprised. She didn't think that Baron would dodge her. He is indeed not ordinary. And someone is giving her a dead look. She is terrified to see Sister Lin, who is always kind and nice like that. They leave from there. Sister Yi thinks that must be an illusion. Sister Lin will not look at her with such killing intent. Next, a girl is asking 2 boys if they can rank top 3 in the competition. She will give them a chance to pursue her. The boys promise that they will get first place and tell the leader about their relationship. Baron is shocked to hear them. How can they make such a promise? They are talking as if getting first place is like a piece of cake. Brother Lu comes to see him off and asks if Baron is wearing the heart protection mirror he gave him. Yes, he is wearing it. Brother Lu then tells him to stay low-key and put his safety as the priority. Even though it's a friendly competition, there are countless people with different backgrounds. He also gives Baron 3 wind vanish spells and tells him to activate them if he is in danger. It can get him out of trouble. Zijin is surprised to see Baron treating that man with so much respect. She gets ready to find out about this Brother Lu when she comes back. Other 4 are shocked. Their senior brother Baron, who is always cynical, free and alone, and egoistic. But he smiled so gently in front of that Brother Lu. The 5 sisters get ready to have a meeting to discuss about this. Brother Lu wishes him good luck, but then he suddenly notices something as if he is being watched. Next, the carriage arrives. One guy seems to be not happy because the Blue Heart Hall is taking the same carriage with the girls of the Water Mirror Hall. He asks Baron to let him take his seat. He can give him 2 low-level fire spiritual atones. The system pops out. Option 1, slap the stone away. Award, 8-star demonic sway, low level of the earth phase. Option 2, refuse him politely. Award, cloudy book, upper level of black phase. Option 3, accept it. Award, random basic attribute. Baron doesn't think that danger can come from that guy. Then it must be that he'll be in trouble if he takes the same carriage with the girls. Like always, he chooses option 3. The task gets completed and award is witchcraft +1. Next, inside the carriage, Baron starts to think if the Moon Sect is trying to pick on them as a warning to other sects by holding this competition. But they are not on bad terms with the Moon Sect. But the system is giving him a dangerous options award regarding the Moon Sect. A few days later, they arrived at the Moon Sect. A guy named Wan Pengyi welcomes them. Baron notices that the guy is a 9-level Xuan master. The Moon Sect is putting an air. They have given a beautiful room for every disciple. Moxia gets ready to play chess since they didn't get the chance to play on their way. Baron also gets ready to play with him 1 round. Next, in the fan meeting club, the triplets are sad because Baron is still trying to stay away from them. But Zijin doesn't think that he is trying to stay away from them on purpose. If he really wants to stay away from them, he won't show up in front of them at all. But Qiu Yao thinks if it goes on like this, it won't make any difference. They can't converse with him. Zijin gives them a little hope and tells them to wait for the perfect timing. Triplets don't believe in perfect timing and get ready to create a perfect timing. Kiao also agrees with them. If they rack their brains together, they can find out a perfect plan to approach Brother Baron. Next, Moxia admits his defeat. His senior brother's chess skills are more profound than he has heard. Moxia also heard that his master, Leader Cheng, can hardly win against Brother Baron. Baron tries to tell him that his master Cheng is more powerful. Baron rarely wins against him. At this point, Moxia has totally forgotten about his master and wants to be strong like his brother Baron because Brother Baron can win against his master. Baron noticed some energy. He tells Moxia to stay there and study. He is going to take a walk. He has a habit of taking a walk at this time. He comes outside. Kings informs him that the sect leader wants him to go and congratulate the leader of the Moon sect tomorrow. But he is nervous because the chief of the Moon sect is very sensitive about his reputation. Baron tells him to protect their reputation by behaving decently and don't act cowardly, and also observe other people carefully and report to him when he comes back. But Kings is confused about what should he observe and report. Baron tells him to memorize what they say and do. That's it. Baron then gets ready to take a look around his surroundings. The system notifies him. Option 1. Go to the alley in the west. Award Moon Flag. Low level of the black phase. Option 2. Go to the road in the southeast. Award Gloomy Nail. Upper level of the yellow phase. Option 3. Go to the sidewalk in the shout. Award Rainbow Stick. Middle level of yellow phase. Option 3. Go to the road in the north. Award Random Basic Attribute +1. He chooses option 4. The task gets completed and award is Spirit +1. There he notices some commotion. A guy informs Kings that their men had a conflict with the genuine martial sect and got hurt. Kings gets ready to report it to the chief. Baron tells him to go and confront them directly and don't report it to the chief. He listens to his brother and asks the guy to take him where the genuine martial sect's people are. Kings come to that place and start to shout, "Who hurt my men? Come out here." The other party's leader comes outside. Kings tells them to hand those who hurt his men and he will let it go. Other sect starts to put oil in the fire by saying that the genuine martial sect is being humiliated by the heart-following sect. The guy gets mad and attacks Kings. Kings only dodges his attacks, which makes him proud, thinking Kings can't even block his spear. If it was in an open field, Kings will be killed by his spear. Kings tells him to check his chest. When he checks his chest, he gets shocked. He has 5 marks of cuts on his chest. Each mark on his chest represents each chance that Kings has to send his sword to his heart. The guy is shocked that he couldn't even see Kings drawing his sword. Turns out Kings can move very fast. And Kings is feeling proud because the move is from his brother Baron. So cool. The guy thanks him for sparing his life, but he can't let Kings take his juniors away. The elder of the genuine martial sect comes there. He doesn't want to interfere in the affairs of the young generation, but it seems like the heart-following sect is bullying. Baron tells Kings to leave from there and report to the sect leader. Now that the elder has said that, Kings gets ready to leave from there. The elder is confused. He was thinking that Kings will continue picking on them, but he is just leaving. Kings tells his junior brother to bring the injured disciples to meet him. They will go and report to the sect leader. If the elder of the genuine martial sect didn't interfere, this matter would have remained only between them, the disciples. But he showed up and threatened them. This is a matter of sects. Baron notices a few of the Xuan grandmasters patrolling there, but they didn't show up. Now he understands what the Moon sect is up to. They want the other sects to fight against each other in their territory. That will make the other sects at fault for fighting in other territories. The Moon sect then upholds justice, which will earn them more reputation as the more influential sect in the Feng state. But this is all his guess since no options jump out. He thinks maybe his guess is correct. Now he is feeling like the MC of the classroom of elites, the mastermind behind everything. Next, Sister Yi comes to flirt with Baron. She asks him if she can sit there. The options pop out. Option 1. Invite her to sit. Award Beaming Cloud Palm. Middle level of black phase. Option 2. Say, of course, please. Award Dragon Record. Low level of the black phase. Option 3. Say, of course, please, then get up and leave this place. Award Random Basic Attribute +1. He chooses option 3, then he leaves from there. She gets ready to be more thoughtful to approach him in the future. The task gets completed and the award is Agility +1. Another options pop out. Option 1, walk past by her. Award, Heavenly Dragon Seal. Low level of Earth phase. Option 2, go and greet Ren Kuyan. Award Heart Ruining Claw. Middle level of Black phase. Option 3, turn around at once and leave. Award Random Basic Attribute +1. Baron is shocked at what kind of background that girl have. Even walking past by her is very dangerous. The task gets completed and the award is formation +1. Next, Kings informs the sect leader about the conflict. The leader asks him if they win or not. Kings is surprised. It's just like his brother Baron said. The leader only cares about the result. Kings informs him that it was a draw. And later, he went to seek an explanation from them and he defeated one of their disciples. The sect leader is pleased after hearing that. Kings then informs him that their elder showed up and accused him of bullying them. That makes the sect leader mad. He comes to the genuine martial sect and calls out their sect leader. Other sects people are eager to see the fight between the two sects. The sect leader yells at the elder for interfering in the young generation's affairs and even threatened his disciples. The elder is shocked. So this was the reason why Kings leave at that time. Turns out like a sect leader, like a disciple. Their sect leader is much more unreasonable. The sect leader gets ready to fight. Baron is enjoying it and is surprised that his sect leader is a Xuan emperor. The sect leader of the genuine martial sect comes there. Baron is surprised to see another Xuan emperor. The two sect leaders get ready to fight, but someone stops them. He is Chief Guan, the sect chief of the Moon sect. He apologizes to them for his poor hospitality. Baron was expecting this, but the system didn't pop out, which means the Moon sect isn't a big threat. He gets ready to go to another place to collect information and see which sect will be a threat to him or his sect. Next, Kings informs Baron what exactly happened after the meal yesterday. He exactly tells Baron what the chief of the Infinity House told their sect chief. And the chief of the Infinity House also told their chief that he has a 16-year-old daughter and he'd like to arrange a blind date for Kings and his daughter. Baron is happy that he is getting married now. He then hits Kings. Kings is confused why all of a sudden his brother hit him. Baron asks Kings why he hit him. Kings doesn't have a proper answer and tells his brother he might as well just hit him again. Baron beat him because he exactly reports the exact words of those chiefs. But that's what his brother asked him to do. Baron doesn't want to hear the exact words of those chiefs. He just wants some important info. Baron tells him to make some process by himself and surprised his brother. Baron then noticed something. He tells Kings to leave. Before leaving, Kings tells him that he will surprise his brother when he is back at night. Baron is surprised. Kings just spoke it out. The surprise is gone now. The someone he noticed was Sister Yi. She tries to mesmerize Baron. An unexpected encounter at dusk and a perfect side face of hers. She knows that Baron is so happy and wanna scream right now. Baron gets ready to leave and tells her to enjoy the dusk. She stops him and wants him to try her first cooking. She doesn't know how they taste and she will like to know that from Baron. The system notifies. Option 1, say yes, award, Great Seal, low level of Earth phase. Option 2, tell her that you've had dinner and then leave. Award, random basic attribute +1. He chooses option 2, and now he is confirmed that his system will not allow him to have a romantic story. Next, Baron comes to a tree. He notices something there, throws a stone at the tree. 3 apples falls from the tree. They didn't expect Baron to find them because their boss Zijin gave them some spells to hide their breath. And they have practiced that spell for 3 months, but still, he noticed them so quickly. Baron tells them not to follow him and remember their agreement. They were super scared after seeing Baron and almost pee themselves. They gets ready to report to their boss Zijin that they can't carry out this plan. They have to change their plan. Next, Kings brings him a surprise and it's a rare plant named cotton-shaped leaves. Baron gets ready to refine a pill from it and give Kings his share. Kings also shows him a token that will allow him to go and attend the auction in the mysterious market. Now Baron is getting interested. They plan to go to the mysterious market at 9 AM tomorrow. Baron is sure that he will find some rare items in the auction because the Moon sect is the #1 sect in the Feng state. There must be lots of nice items. It's rare for him to have a chance to look for treasures safely. Next, the 3 sisters report to Zijin that her cloud breathing spell didn't work. Baron noticed them and even threw a stone at them. That was scary. Zijin apologizes that her breathing spell didn't work. Qiao thinks they've all underestimated Baron. Zijin is also confused. Baron is capable in various fields, but he is only at the 5th level of meditation stage according to Guard Yu. And other hall leaders also tested him and that seems to be the truth. The triplets are shocked to hear that. Even though their Guard Yu confirmed that, but Qiao thinks there is something special about Baron. Zijin tells them to stop overthinking and go back to sleep. Tomorrow they are going to the mysterious market. The triplets ask for her opinion. Who does she think Baron might be? And why did he choose to come to their sect? Or will he disappear someday all of a sudden? Zijin thinks Baron is a super powerful master and his strength is beyond the hall leader's imagination. 3 sisters are surprised. Zijin is so smart. What a wild guess. Next, Baron and Kings comes to the mysterious market and the alchemist associate. Baron noticed a rare immortal herb, and to get it they have to pass 5 tests. Many have tried that test but all of them failed. Baron gets ready to try it, and he gets the right one. The test guy is shocked he got it right. Everyone is shocked. No one but he alone got the right. Next, the second test. He has to identify all the herbs without opening the lid. The guy gives him a paper to write the name of the herbs. Baron writes the name, and we don't know what kind of letters are those. The test guy is shocked he wrote the right answer. Some are surprised and some are thinking the second test is so easy. One of the guys tells them if it's easy then give it a try, and how can a second test be easier than the first one? They all shut their mouth. The test guy then informs Baron that the third test is really tough. If he wants to give up now, he can get a 3rd level pill. Baron doesn't want a 3rd level pill. He wants that immortal herb and tells the test guy to bring it on. The test. The guy tells him to wait a little, they need to prepare something for the 3rd test. He then comes to the deputy president and informs him about the situation. The president thinks the guy must be a genius of some major sect, since all the major sects of the Feng state have gathered there. It makes sense to see some geniuses. The 3rd test begins, and it is a test to purify all the materials in that furnace. People there start to argue because purifying material is a very difficult thing for a refiner. Now everyone is suspecting that alchemist associates never wanted to give their immortal herbs. They demand them to return their spiritual stones. The test guy tells them he never forced them to take part in the test. Baron gets ready to purify the materials. The 5 sisters arrive there. Kyle notices the alchemist associate and suggests having a look, they might find some good pills. When they enter inside, they are surprised to see so many people gathering in one place. When they come in the front to see what's going on, they get shocked. Even though the guy is wearing a mask, they are sure it's their brother Baron. One of the triplets asks a guy about what's going on there. He informs her about the test and that the winner will get the immortal herb. No one has passed the test the whole morning until a guy showed up. He has passed 2 tests in a row and is having the 3rd test, purifying the herbs. They are surprised, but, well, that was expected. It's their amazing senior brother Baron, who is always so amazing. Baron finished the purification. Everyone is shocked he finished it so soon. And the test guy checks the pills. Baron passes the test. One of the triplets is still confused. The guy tells her that purification is the most crucial and toughest step for pill refinement. And Baron purified within 1 hour, so that guy thinks he must be a 4th level alchemist. But another guy thinks he must be at least 5th level. Baron gets ready for the 4th test. The test guy is in a tough situation because they don't have a 4th test. They never thought that someone will make it to the 3rd test. He asks Baron to wait a little, then he comes to the president and informs him that the guy passed the 3rd test. The president also saw it. The president is surprised that Baron passed the 3rd test, which means he is at least a 4th level alchemist or maybe close to the 5th level. And for the 4th test, the president gives him a pill and tells him to tell the guy to remove 50% of the poison from the pill. The guy comes and tells Baron to remove 50% of the poison from the pill. That's the 4th test. Everyone gets shocked. The system pops out with options. Option 1, accept the challenge and continue with the test. Award, peach pill chart, the middle level of black phase. Option 2, refuse the challenge. Award, random basic attribute +1. To remove a poison from a pill, one must be a 5th level alchemist. Now he can't keep showing off his strength anymore. He gets ready to leave since the associate seems to never wanted to give the immortal herb away. The task gets completed and the award is chess +1. Everyone starts to get mad. They are just cheating there now. And why would an alchemist capable enough to remove the poison from pills lower himself to attend such a small event? The triplets also agree with them even though they don't understand what's going on there. And Baron is surprised to see them there. The president stops him and apologizes to him for offending him like that. He gets ready to give Baron the immortal herb since he passed all 3 tests. He then asks Baron if they can have a talk. Baron agrees with him. Baron then thanks everyone there for their righteous comments. He then tells the test guy to distribute the Drew pills to everyone there. And there's enough for everyone in that bottle. Everyone is surprised the pills are at 2nd level and he just gave dozens of such pills to them. So generous. The 5 sisters are feeling proud. Their senior brother is more capable and generous than they thought. The president introduces himself. His name is Kai Wenlin and asks about Baron's name. Baron tells him he is just nobody. President is surprised he is so young but is an amazing refiner. President then asks him about his master. Baron tells him that his master is a hermit and has forbid him from revealing his name. The president then asks him if he is planning to join any alchemist associate. Baron tells him he hasn't and he is not going to. Anyways, the president is happy to be friends with Baron and tells Baron if he needs anything, he can feel free to come to him. Baron then asks if the president has a heavenly furnace. His master's birthday is coming in a month, and he wants to prepare a nice gift for his master. The president is shocked to hear the heavenly furnace. Heavenly furnace is a heavenly furnace just like the name says. It's just heavenly, and this furnace can produce the 9-pattern pill, which is very rare. The president apologizes that he doesn't have the heavenly furnace, but if Baron is looking for a furnace, they do have a really nice one. He brings Baron to that really nice furnace. Baron is surprised to see a peacock furnace. The president is surprised he knew its name at first sight. The peacock furnace is a 4th level furnace, and the one with Baron right now is a 3rd level furnace. And with that 4th level one, he can make many higher level pills. The president gets ready to give it to Baron if he can do him a favor. The system pops out. Option 1, say yes, award, rising sun palm, middle level of black phase. Option 2, ask what the favor is. Award, invisibility technique, upper level of yellow phase. Option 3, refuse him directly. Award, random basic attribute +1. He chooses option 3, the task gets completed and the award is spirit +2. Why is there an extra 1 attribute? Baron instead gets ready to trade for the furnace with 2 5th level pills. The president is shocked. One pill is a jade cicada pill, and the other one is a mystery breaking pill. Even Xu and King will fight for those pills, and he just took them out so easily. The old man thinks the pills must have been given to Baron by his master, and if he gives the furnace to his master will give him more 5th level pills. It's a good deal. Baron thanks him for giving the furnace in exchange for 2 5th level pills. He wonders if the alchemist associate also has any nice coal. The system notifies him. Option 1, ask the man if he has nice coal. Award, 7-star cultivation, upper level of yellow phase. Option 2, ask the man if he has a 5th level auxiliary material. Award, empty technique, upper level of yellow phase. Option 3, ask nothing. Award, random basic attribute +1. He is shocked his good luck has run out today, and if he asks any more questions, the trouble will find him. Next, he comes outside to the street and notices that the 5 sisters are following him. He gets ready to scare them later, where the 5 sisters won't stop pestering him. Baron and Kings comes to the auction house. Baron is surprised that his options didn't pop out when he entered the auction house. The moon sect is really a good place for him. They come to their private room, and the room has a maze formation and defense formation. The badge is the only thing they recognize there. A big formation appears in front of them. Baron is surprised that the formation is so perfect and is such a delicate formation. The formation allows them to see the world outside without revealing their aura. A beautiful lady appears in the screen, and she is the hostess of the auction. And her name is Lin Nyanchen. And seeing that plot, Baron is having the feeling like he is at a novel, The Battle Through the Heavens. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed it, then please do like. And yeah, stay tuned for the next part.